but my goodness, our first arc of the campaign of Avved, What Lurks Beneath, saw our group of adventurers come together for the first time as in a scraptic crew. They were sent out into the deserts of Avved, the world in which our story is set, by the Draketh South Scraptic Coalition's leader, Peggy. Aunt Peggy, to you, that is. Aunt Peggy sent them out to a location called the Hex to scavenge whatever it is that they could find. Who knows what they would bring back from this dusty and desolate location. And what they found would profoundly change what they thought about the world. When they got there, they discovered that the Hex, inside of it, they knew that there was a door that no one had ever opened. They were supposed to go past that door and into another area. But when they were investigating this sort of first section of the Hex, which was this gigantic submerged in sand train, they heard that door open after fighting off some sentry bots. And out from that door stepped someone, something. They had found on a console a very futuristic piece of technology that they didn't recognize, had never seen anything like before. This entity, whoever it was, seemed to be the one who owned it and asked for it back. As one of our characters approached them, not even to give the device back, just to get nearer to them, this person dashed back inside, and shortly thereafter, the Hex windshield that was holding up all of the sand from submerging the train fully shattered, and they had to escape. Once they made it back to Draketh, they gave Aunt Peggy the update. We found this thing, we don't know what's up, and she was able to do some research and do some fiddling with it and find out that it has a map of the entirety of Avved inside of it. And this holographic display has these little cubes all over the place, one of which was at the Hex. And as they watched this map appear for the first time, the cube that was located at the Hex would flip from blue to red, indicating that something must have changed. The next closest cube was at a location called the Great North Cave, and so our group of heroes, our group of adventurers, our Scraptic crew headed off there. And when they got there, they began to delve, to spelunk their way through the cave, only to be taken hostage, captured by, really, a group of Saruks, which are these huge, humanoid-sized snake people. So many people believe were the original inhabitants of Avved. Through an incredibly clever use of her ice breath, Rayne was able to break our adventurers free from their cage in the Saruk caves, and they continued spelunking down into the cave until they found an entrance to another seemingly unopenable door, but outside of it stood a woman, fair-skinned and with blonde hair, wearing a futuristic kind of still suit colored white and green, was a woman who introduced herself as Lurelia, someone who works for a group called the High Minds, the people who apparently control the entirety of Avved, unbeknownst to anyone. She asked them for their help to get her back inside, hoping that she would be able to make amends with the group that she was removed from for really standing up for the people of Avved and saying that they shouldn't have to live in an endless desert that's being forced onto them. And our group of adventurers said, of course, we'll help get you back inside, which they then did, and hopefully figure out what's going on. They got inside of the High Mind compound network of tunnels, only to be turned back by a gigantic drill bot called Drill Daddy. They pushed them all the way back out. Yes, I had to say it like that. They pushed them all the way back out to the entrance to that cave that they found. The Saruks were completely gone. Their ally, this Kenku, who they had never really met before or knew anything about, was also gone. As they were venturing back to Draketh, began their journey back, they happened upon a mysterious traveler who gave them prophecies about what would be happening to them in the future. And in a flash of light, he transported them back to the outskirts of Draketh, several days' journey in the blink of an eye. And that's going to be where we pick up for this session of Avved, What Lurks Beneath. Arc 2, Session 1, Stories, Siblings, Secrets, and Stations. Hi, everybody.
Ayo!
Hello.
So,
Bravo on that recap.
Yeah.
oh, thank you. So as I mentioned, we find ourselves. I mean, you are some, let's say, a mile out from Draketh. Not going to take you long to walk back into town, but we find ourselves here in a flash of light, in the blink of an eye. Lurelia, of course, is still with you, but that's where we find ourselves. And I have a lot of things planned for kind of once you get back into town, but I want to give you a moment here to just kind of talk amongst yourselves as your characters. Or if you have any questions for me for a recap from last time or from the first arc, of course, feel free to ask those as well.
So we're just walking
really
back
quick.
into Draketh right now? Like that's where we pick up?
Seemingly, or you might just be, I mean, I was envisioning that we just blinked there and you were all standing.
Oh, okay,
kind of
got it. Okay,
Not that
where
you're necessarily on the move yet.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Really quick, where do you I've the little sentences he said to us. Where do you have those in our Discord?
Those
just so
are
I can
in
pull them up
our
on the
Discord.
side?
It's under character sheets.
Character
You
sheets.
scroll
It's
up
going
to
to be a
October
ways.
7th.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
What time of day is it?
Let's say it's like noon.
Okay,
It's high noon.
it's full
It's high
sunlight.
noon.
If we say that enough out loud and in chat, we will summon Matt Mercer.
Yeah, I would not be mad about that personally.
Could you imagine?
Just saying. If Matt Mercer showed up.
Chris pops in a chat.
Yeah.
Just pops in the chat.
You rang?
I knew.
It's high noon. Well, I think Elsen is probably, I mean, aside from the shock of suddenly we're in Draketh when we were previously miles away, he's also gotten a prophecy. He's also just been prophesied to, so there's a lot going on in his head right now. I think he's probably just a little bit speechless, but looks around just to make sure that everyone there is still with him.
Absolutely. And I mean, the other thing to consider for each one of your characters is that you all had this experience of receiving this prophecy from this like robed man that you gave some of your rations to. But like, you don't necessarily know if everybody else experienced the same thing. You know, it's not as though he like took you aside one at a time and like, you know, talked to each one of you. It was as though it happened sort of all at once and outside of your perception, if that makes sense.
So, like, were we seeing visions or anything while this happened, or was it really just, like, hearing him speak the words?
It was really just hearing him speak the words. Okay. And there was, if you remember from last time, there was, like, a weight to what he was saying.
Right.
That was, at least Elsen picked up that it was divinity of some kind.
Is everyone else okay?
I think so. What just happened?
I need to report to the temple at once. There was that wasn't an ordinary man. There was
Did he give you a message also?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it different for all of us?
Possibly, but Elsen, what were you saying that you were feeling?
He was no man. There's something divine about him. I need to get to the temple at once. I need to pray.
Well, whoever he was, he somehow got us back to Draketh, so what's our next move other than going to pray? Or are you going to pray?
Well,
I'm a little nauseous from just like appearing up here, just to be completely honest with everybody.
That's fair. I kind of need to poop, honestly. I didn't need to poop before that. So I need to poop and go to the temple.
This is gonna be a lot of paperwork for Peggy. Oh.
And is Lurelia still with us?
Yeah, as you kind of like turn around and look at Lurelia, she is like, I mean, she's fair skinned, but she is like white as a sheet, just like completely pale. And she says, "Well, I don't know that I've ever experienced anything quite like that."
So
Wait,
he wasn't part of the high mind?
She just shakes her head and like holds up a hand, like, just like, give me a minute, kind of a thing.
are you nauseous too?
She looks back up at you, Aerie, and her face is like slowly turning green.
Mm. Let it out. Let it out, girl.
We should get to Peggy.
Well, I'm curious. Wait, before we do that, if he had a message, I'm really... I know what he said to me, but I'm really curious if we all got the same message.
Well, what did he say to you?
He said stuff about trust and love.
Oh yeah, he did not say that to me.
He told me dance moves.
Yeah, he did not say that to me.
Okay, something about the
No,
West.
I
and the
heard something
South.
completely different.
Wow. Okay. Oh, also something about the heart is fragile when the way is nearest. So I'm having a tough time tying those pieces together, and I was hoping you all had like a similar, if not exact, message so we can help decipher this together. But what did he say to you guys?
He said, "Your search of the sands will lead you to the sky."
Mm. To me, he talked about dry rivers remembering their streams.
Tully, did you get a message?
Mine felt a little bit more cryptic, but mainly he said the things we cherish most are not permanent.
That's ominous.
Yeah.
Can't help but feel like it has something to do with my father.
Well, we should get moving.
Lurelia.
now.
Well, what about Lurelia? Did you get a message also?
She like quickly nods her head and says, "But I hope you'll understand that I don't feel comfortable sharing what was said to me."
Well, that's
Okay.
that's fair.
That's fair.
You've only just met us. Still, we're gonna have to introduce you to someone else we think you'll like, but may also terrify you a little bit in the same way that she terrifies us.
Who I don't know that I could be more terrified than what just happened, so I'm sure that this will be perfectly fine.
And then he's gonna pat Lurelia on the shoulder and say, "Shall we?" And he's gonna start
leave that
making
up
his
to-
way.
Shall we?
He's gonna start making his way towards Peggy.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Yeah,
So
he was
Peggy
going.
first, no temple?
Yeah, we should Peggy first, get that sorted. Then he'll go to the temple.
Sounds
He knows how to
good.
prioritize.
More like prioritize.
Wow.
Hey.
Whoa. But
Ba-dum-bum.
praying isn't even the priority.
Well, praying for answers, maybe.
Second priority.
Called
Second
out.
priority. Yeah, yeah. Oh God! Oh no!
Dang.
Oh no!
You gotta do 12 Hail Lathanders.
Yeah, gonna be here all night.
Okay, yeah. If we are good to go, if we're okay kind of wrapping the conversation up, then yeah, you begin to head back toward or into Draketh. It doesn't take you more than 20 or 30 minutes to get back into town. You make your way through that sort of entry plaza that we saw during the very first session. There's that like kind of middle sort of raised podium area where someone was telling people way back when he was like proselytizing, like, I'm going west to search for salvation and everything. And you make your way past that and kind of toward the Scraptic headquarters. And as you do, and as the second audio track starts up, as your group gets close to the building, they see a crowd has formed outside the main doors, right? Those huge entry doors. So Anthony Green, Aerie's sword fighting tutor, and Alara, Rayne's older sister, the owlbeard wielding dragonborn, are both standing outside, just like they were when you left on this last excursion. They are both looking as intimidating as possible as this crowd is sort of like growing steadily, and also is beginning to like shout and like yell toward them. You see Aunt Peggy slip out of the door. She like just barely opens the main door and like kind of slips in, closes the door again really tight, and sort of steps between Alara and Anthony, and kind of like arms akimbo. And then she like raises her hands, and the crowd kind of like quiets a little bit. They don't stop completely. It's sort of down to like just like some murmur, right? And she says, "Now, y'all have been out here every day for pretty much for what now? 3 weeks? It's just silly. There is no secret spooky piece of tech that someone found. There is no massive cover-up taking place. Okay, scraptic teams, they go missing all the time. And y'all know that. And it's real sad, but it happens, okay? And if I had some real fancy doodad, y'all know me, I'd have hawked it to pay for foot rubs down at the Paradise Market. Aunt Peggy loves the foot rub, she does." And she's like yelling this to the crowd.
Elsen jerks back, looking at the others. 3 weeks?
Everybody make a medicine check.
Medicine.
Guys, wait. Okay, but side note, we know Aunt Peggy's soft spot now.
We do?
Soup picking up on the important details here.
Foot rub time.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you're trying to beat a 12, by the way.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck. I got a 6.
Well, not quite a 12.
Where's my medicine?
I got a 14.
I got an 8.
I got a 15.
Okay, so Elsen and Aerie, it kind of as she says this, it kind of like comes back to you slowly, and then sort of like all at once, right? When you went down to that cave, you were there for quite a while. The Saruks like pulled enough TikToks off of your body that it stopped you from dying, but just enough to like keep them on you to like keep you woozy, and like just enough so that you could like eat some food every now and then and drink some water. And that was like really it. They were really just keeping you alive for like apparently several weeks.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Can I ask something above the table? Yes.
Yeah.
So it was that we were like out of it for 3 weeks. Not that like the vision didn't like have like a time scale.
That was my initial thought as well.
Do we
you
know that
are,
or?
I don't think Tully and Rayne do. Like, I think your characters could jump to that conclusion if you want to have them jump to that. But
Okay.
Aerie and Elsen both like are remembering that your group was in that cave for quite a while.
Elsen-
Okay.
Yes.
Elsen's gonna kind of grab at himself and he like the TikToks. The TikToks.
TikTok?
They must have just kept us. We must have been in that Saruk prison for longer than we thought we were. There weren't
God.
all on us, but they were enough to keep us essentially in a coma.
Yeah, I have no memory of that at all. I swear it had only been a few days.
That's one of the effects.
You see and hear Peggy begin to talk to the crowd again, basically just sort of variations on a theme at this point, talking about that there's like no big cover-up, no big conspiracy, and I need each one of you to make a perception check now. The DC for this is fairly low, it's just a 6.
Oh dear.
Ooh, good rolls.
20.
Good rolls.
9.
17.
Woo.
Absolutely. Tully, what did you get total?
18 total.
18. Okay, yeah. So everybody succeeded. Congratulations. Great job, everybody. As Peggy is continuing this like attempt to calm this crowd, each one of you, kind of one at a time, you realize that she is staring bullets, like staring lasers at you. She has caught your eye. And as she is talking and like gesticulating and everything and trying to calm the crowd, she is giving you just like the subtlest, like hip shift, kind of like eyeball look, nod kind of a thing over to your right, her left, and is sort of asking you silently, like, hey, go around back.
I'm having trouble
Elsen-
visualizing. Can you show us an actual, like...
Just like a little hip bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those. Yeah, real subtle. Yeah. If you want to see more, you'll have to tune in for stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Elsen's gonna say, come on. And he's gonna put an arm around Lurelia to kind of try to shield her because she may stick out in the crowd. She definitely doesn't look like anyone. And he's gonna follow where Peggy was kind of directing them.
For sure.
Aerie's
And
gonna be
you-
really like weird about it and go, oh, okay. Okay. And then go that way and follow.
And you know the door that she's talking about. I mean, all of you are familiar enough with the Scraptic headquarters that you know there's a door around back. People don't usually use it. It's like Bits and Bob's door that they get to use that nobody else gets to use, kind of a thing. But she's like, get over there. Is there anybody who is not taking her suggestion to go around back?
No. Head.
No, I think just head there to keep her happy, especially with the crowd
Yeah.
kind of looking for us. I think Tully's a little on edge and kind of just trying to cut through the crowd and get to the back to see what's going on with her.
For sure. Yeah, you find your way. You're able to kind of slip around. You don't need to make a stealth check for this. The crowd is focused enough on Peggy that they're not really paying attention. You slip your way around the building and find yourself to the backside door of Bits and Bob's workshop. The door is unlocked. There's no, it isn't locked or anything like that. So you're able to just slip right inside. And you find yourself, as you enter in through this door, assuming that you go through the door, of course, shouldn't make an assumption, but assuming that you do, you find yourselves standing in the back of Bits and Bob's workshop. You see the window that you go to get your tech and to drop off the tech that you've collected, the scrap that you've collected. Over up ahead of you, the two little stools that they sit on as they, I shouldn't say little stools, the stools that they sit on while they serve the Scraptics and get them equipped for their excursions. And as the door swings closed, you see that above your heads is a red light that's blinking.
Was this?
Are we supposed to
The
be in
emergency-
here?
Can we just break in?
Have we set an alarm off? Oopsies.
Do Bits and Bob see us?
Oh, that's a great question. You hear like rattles and bangs and stuff coming from a room that's apparently to the right. It is so crowded with stuff in here that it's hard to kind of like see where everything is. And they both round this corner in like a flash, carrying what I can only describe as a gun made of knives.
Whoa,
They
whoa,
say-
whoa.
It's just us.
Hey! No back doorsies. Go around front if you want stuff. Not cool.
Peggy told us to go back here.
Why'd she
We're
tell
on
you to
Peggy's
go back?
orders. We're on Peggy's orders.
She's always been a rascal. Why are you back here?
Have you seen that crowd outside?
Yeah, it's been really difficult to get my non-dairy milk delivered. And then Bits like elbows Bob's and says, "Our non-dairy milk. Stop it." Right, our non-dairy milk. Sorry.
Well, it's because of that crowd that we're here. That's all I can imagine. Peggy told us to come through here. How do we get to How do we get to Peggy's office from here?
There's like a fine. There's a They like sit the knife gun down. It does not look safe. Don't touch that. And they like point over next to the window that you usually get served from and say, "There's a door right next to it. If you want to use that, you just have to like." There's some stuff in front of it. There's a shelf. There are some explosives. Be careful of those. But otherwise, you should be good. Do you want us to move it? We can move it for you if you want. Wait, no. You're back here and you're not supposed to be. We're not going to be nice to you. Do you want us to move it, though?
Yes, please. I would not like to explode right now.
I'd appreciate it.
They both look at each other and then look at you and say, okay. And they head over and start like picking stuff off of a shelf and stacking it in a way.
In a way.
Like,
I have a very important question.
Yo,
Are Bits and Bobs related?
that's a great question. Do you want to ask them?
Not really.
Okay. Make a history check. Let's see how much you know.
Okay.
Let's see if you know. I'm gonna say the DC on this is 17.
I got a 17.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
oh,
Okay.
Scoop the good rolls tonight.
Yeah,
Kind of
you know that they're not related. They're married.
Okay, that was my next question.
Hey, love that for them.
I was like, I'm kind of shipping them, but I don't want to ship them if they're
If they're brothers.
Yeah, ship for sure.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
And
Do they
I
pile
should
everything
also
close to the door? Like, if they moved it, is it still close to the door where we have to like maneuver around it for fear?
no,
that we drop
they've like made a path for you for sure. I'm just gonna say that the stack of stuff, that the way they stacked it, is not maybe in the best place and is maybe not secure. But it's not in the way of the door, so that's good.
That is good.
I should also make it clear that anytime the Bits and Bobs are talking, I just want you to imagine that they're like rattling back and forth rapidly. It's always both of them talking and like taking different words in turn in a sentence. Yeah, it's super, super chaotic for sure. But yeah, you can now kind of head back out into the main entrance hall if you would like.
Yes.
As we
kind of go out, Tully looks down at the knife gun and he kind of like pulls out his gun a little bit. It kind of looks like half like horrified but half like jealous. He's like kind of like comparing. He's like, damn. So kind of like,
Don't
all
touch
right.
it, Ellie. Don't touch it. It looks
Elson's gonna
dangerous.
pat him on the
When
shoulder.
it comes to your gun.
Elson's gonna pat him on the shoulder and say, "No need to compare guns, buddy. Your gun's just as nice as theirs. This ain't a
It's
gun
not-
comparison contest."
It's
how
not
you
the
use it,
size
right?
of the gun.
Exactly. It's how you use it.
Yeah, it's how you use it.
Your
for
gun
sure.
is very impressive, Tully.
And it's important to keep it lubricated.
100%. You don't want to fire off half cocks.
Because if you don't, you can tear something. So be careful.
He kind of puts his away. He's like, all right. It's a nice gun.
By the way, Tully, 35 punches. So you know.
35?
35.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's
punches.
a lot of punches.
It's a gun made of knives. We don't just give them away.
Fair.
That's
Fair.
very fair.
I know
What
it's
we
made
thought.
of knives. Does it shoot?
Vlad,
knives,
hello,
or does it
welcome
shoot,
in.
Like bullets.
Okay, so firstly, spend the 35 punches and then maybe you'll find out.
Ah, come on, boys.
There's
You
no
know,
demo?
yeah, no demo. Surely you want us to be excited and to save up our punches for something like this.
You can make a persuasion check with a help from Mango.
So
Aerie.
that's with advantage then, isn't it?
That is correct.
Okay, I was like, how do I help? Do I roll also?
No, you're good.
Let's see here.
Oh, I fucked up my sheet, DM. It won't let me move it back.
Oh, one moment, please.
That is a 19.
Ooh.
She's persuasive.
Pretty good. Which sheet is it moving for you? Sorry.
This one.
This one?
Hmm. Thank you. It said
There
it
you
was
go.
in an area that I was not permitted to touch.
Oh, weird. That's strange. Sorry about that.
No touchy.
You got a. I'm sorry. You got a total of what again?
19.
Yeah. Okay. So I need you, just you, Elsen, to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, all this just asking for a demo.
So that is a 10.
Okay. So you failed the saving throw.
Oh dear.
So Bits and Bobs pick up the gun and they gesture to you, specifically you, Elsen, since you made the roll, and they're like, "Okay, follow us," and they take you to a secluded indoor firing range.
Oh god.
They close the door. They click a thing that turns off the cameras, and then on a target at the end of the range, they shoot the knife gun. And what you see is so terrifying that you take 1d8 psychic damage.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
One moment, please, while I roll your damage. Yeah, you're taking 5 psychic damage. I can't describe what you see fully using human language. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Fuck around and find out. I
Yeah,
guess.
that is so fair.
You should come back
Uh,
out and tell us about it, kind of. And then be like,
El-
Tully, you need to save up for this.
Elsen's gonna come out, and he's
Tully's at the door, like so.
you know how cats have like their big like black pupils when they're like stunned by something, or like Elsen's pupils are black and his ears are pinned back like this, and he looks down at Tully and at everybody and he goes, "Stu. Also, we definitely want that gun." And then he's just gonna walk out.
Not the
Stu's-
stew.
Not-
Stu's in chat.
Stu's
Stu's in chat.
You need to make
Um,
a stew emote. A D&D stew emote.
Oh, we
do.
really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Elsen's been psychically horrified, but the door to the main entrance hall is open and clear. Are we all heading in?
Yeah.
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 As you exit Bits and Bob's workshop, they immediately begin reassembling that shelving unit that was like in front of the door and like stacking stuff back onto it. You hear them yelling at each other to be careful with the explosives. But you make your way back into the main entrance hall. All of those defensives that were in place when Peggy did her like test fight with you are still there, by the way. They are still set up as though this place is ready to like take on an army, which based on the size of that crowd outside, it maybe they've needed it. But you see the front door slip open and Peggy slide herself inside and close it tightly very quickly back behind her. And she just looks over at all of you and starts walking towards you with her hands out, palms up, and she's like, "Where have y'all been? What is going on?"
So we kind of got kidnapped a little bit.
There were bugs, there were snakes, people, there was a much bigger snake thing, there was, we found this, and he's gonna point at Lurelia.
We found a new friend.
Who the fuck is that? Y'all brought a stray back? You can't feed those. They're just gonna stay in your house.
You're gonna want to hear what she has to say.
What is she wearing? Is that like a new fashion?
That's very judgmental, Aunt Peggy. That's
Her outfit's very cute.
I just
yeah.
want to know what it's made of. That's all, because it looks kind of fancy. What? Okay, what? Y'all are going too fast. I need to know exactly what happened. So y'all got captured by some snake. You got captured by Saruks or something at the Great North Cave.
Yes.
I'm gonna lean.
In fact, we did.
Yes, I'm actually leaning into, because Tully is our team lead. I'm actually kind of deferring to him.
Yeah, Peggy's definitely looking at Tully for like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, so we got captured. They had command of some TikToks, and we were out for, well, now we learned a couple weeks. I don't think we fully realized that until we got here.
Yeah, I thought we were just gone for a few days. We didn't mean to cause all this commotion.
Well, I mean, in your defense, honey, I don't know that anything was going to stop people from being all up in arms about that piece of tech y'all found a while back. But I mean, you being gone for this long certainly did stir the pot. But I don't know. You don't need to feel bad for. I'm glad that y'all are alive. Now, who is this person that y'all have brought back?
Well, we could let her tell you. It's probably better to come from her. I don't know if we're gonna do her story justice. Lurelia, you wanna?
This is every DM's favorite thing, which is where I get to voice two characters
Help yourself.
that are talking to each other.
Yay.
So Lurelia says, yes, my name is Lurelia, and I am a meteorological assistant level worker for the High Mines. And Aunt Peggy is just like deadpan. I have no... And I like to eat pancakes with my toast. What are you saying? I don't know what you mean.
Peggy,
Hey, you're really into
They're
some stuff, huh?
they're the ones in the vault.
They're the ones in the... Oh
It- In the
No.
vault.
my... Y'all are the ones who've been living in the vault in the hacks? Well,
Peggy,
yes,
I
not-
think we should all sit down.
I don't
As there's more.
have control of my legs at this current moment. I don't even know what's going on down there. It does feel warm. I might be letting go. All I know is...
Wait,
that-
hold on.
Yeah.
I think I have advantage on things with sniffs. Hold on.
Why?
I wanna features and traits. There it is. Fighting style, spell
Sure.
casting, sacred spells, dark vision, claws, hunters. You have proficiency. Yeah, I have an advantage on things that I can hear and smell.
And you want to confirm that she's...
I want to
pissing
confirm
herself?
that she's peeing.
Okay.
He's gonna take a
Great,
sniff.
so this is a perception check, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Great, go ahead.
Well, hold on. I'm cooking. Natural 20!
Wow. How many times have we got natural 20 on something having to do with pee?
Absolutely useless.
I'm glad you're using it for this. That's what I want to, there are X number of nat 20s per
Welcome to
session.
Dungeons and Dragons, everybody.
Yeah. The piss check is confirmed. It's a swamp down there.
Oh,
What do
Elsie-
you do with this information,
Yeah.
Elsen?
Elsen
Can
says
you
no.
detect if how hydrated she is?
Very
not-
hydrated.
She's very...
Can you see if she has any medical conditions that she should be worried about?
yeah. Can I tell if she needs to see a doctor? No, I'm kidding.
No, she's
She
just
needs
she's
more iron.
She's just peeing.
just had the nature of existence pulled out from underneath her. I think we can all
Elsen-
forgive a little pissing.
Yeah, Elsen says nothing.
little.
He stifles a bit of a gag, just because gross, and he like gingerly steps back, like just tries to be subtle about it.
Tries to be
Hey.
away from whiffing.
Yeah, out of whiff range. Yeah.
So, Lurelia explains, everything that she's explained to you, to Aunt Peggy, and kind of gives her an update of, or not an update, but just an explainer of what her position was and why she was kicked out. And she tells her that your group helped her get back inside, and that you have been inside of the High Mind's network of tunnels, whatever you want to call it. And Peggy says, "Oh, no, that's interesting. Did y'all find anything in there? Because y'all took those containment capsules. I swear to God, if y'all didn't bring me something tasty back, I'm going to be very upset."
We took some stuff, but we got stopped by a big drill.
Big drill. Okay, we'll give it something.
You could call it the daddy of all drills.
I don't know why I would call it that.
I would second that. You would agree if you saw it, Peggy. I assure
Well,
You
you.
would call it the daddy.
Well,
of
You
all
would call it
dreams.
that.
Tully, I'm not here to judge. I'm not sexual deviant, but I don't know why anybody would name something that.
Well, that's besides the
Gives
point, though, Aunt
Peggy a little like.
You sure about that?
Tully's just
not
gonna
for
make
the
very
long time.
long eye contact with Tully. Very long, uncomfortable eye contact. Is it just us? Are we the problem?
You two look like y'all need to get a bowl of stew and like talk something out, but I don't know what that's about. Anyway, just a cup of it, I suppose. Anyway, so y'all have been inside of this, like you went in a vault. That's crazy. We didn't even think those things could be opened. Was it just like full of like rows and racks and shelves of like cool stuff, or like what'd y'all find in there? What'd you see?
Genuinely, we
We didn't really
didn't.
make it in that far
Oh, well, that's
because
The-
of the drill daddy. Because of the daddy of drills.
The drill was like a guard, so we couldn't even get into see much.
elevator. Yeah.
We did
There's
take
an
those.
elevator.
We
Just
did.
checking. We did take some of those.
We took one, I think.
They were like porthole kind of things, right?
Yep, like scanner module things.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
also found something that Lurelia pointed out to you as being very valuable.
Right. Okay. Who has? I don't remember who took those specifically.
No, I don't
Who
know.
But,
took those? Who took the notes? That's the question.
Not it.
If none of you remember, then all of you have to say a nice thing about me, and then I'll tell you what it was. But that's the toll.
I think that the shape of your head is very nice, and you need to stop being mean to yourself about it.
And proportion.
What?
And proportion.
And it's
That's
very
fine.
well proportioned.
And from one good
You-
mustache to another good mustache, we both have good
Ow.
mustaches.
God. You took my thing. I was gonna.
Oh my
It
gosh.
can be very hard to grow a very full, luscious beard, and you have one. So
That is
Thank you
true
so-
too.
Wow. I feel incredible. Thank you so much. You found an arc node.
That's right.
An
Was
arc
that in
node.
one of the things that we broke? Or
It
was
sure
that
was.
randomly? It was, right? And one of the like laser thingies? Okay.
Correct. One of the scanner modules. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'd forgotten
If
about
you remember
that.
from last time, you collected that. You have a couple of pieces of one of the scanners, and then you also have the two halves of the drill buddy as well.
That's right. We brought the drill buddy.
Yep, but in pieces.
buddy drills.
Yeah.
The buddy of drills.
Elsen's just gonna procure his what do they call the protective
Containment
containment
capsules?
containment capsules, yeah.
Yep.
And just give those to her.
She holds them up and like is like turning this containment capsule, because if you remember the case itself is clear, and she's just looking at this thing, like her eyes are wide and her mouth is agape, and she just looks at you all and just says, "I don't know what this means. I've never been in this kind of position before."
Peggy, they control everything. The weather in Avved, the desert, all of it. We live like this because they want us to.
She like shakes her head. No, that's not. How could you? That kind of. How would you even do
Tell
that?
him, Lurelia. Or tell her, Lurelia.
It is true, Matron Peggy, that is what we do. It's the role of all the people who work for the High Minds to adjust and monitor and track and record all of the things that occur in Avved, and to nudge things to go in the ways that our research dictates. I don't know much more about what we do exactly past my area in meteorological studies and manipulation, but yes, they are speaking the truth. And you see Aunt Peggy just like puts like a hand on her forehead and just kind of sits the containment capsules down with the other hand and just sort of like starts pacing. This is a lot for her, right? I mean, it was a lot for all of you.
For us, yeah.
And it's a lot for her, and you've kind of had not like a lot of time to deal with it, but you know, you've had more time than her, and she's kind of taken it hard.
We can step away if you need some time to process, Peggy. I know that a lot of this falls on you to sort of direct answers to, and we're not really sure where else. What more we can do besides report it to you?
No, yeah, I think I need the evening to just sort of sort out exactly what it is that I think about all this, because I really, man, this is quite a bit, isn't it?
That's how we felt about it too, and still feel about it.
Let me say this, just so that it doesn't go unsaid while I'm sort of reeling with the nature of existence in the world. I am glad y'all are back. I'm glad to see all of you. So I'm glad you're not dead or eaten or both.
Thanks.
Thanks, Peggy.
I'm glad too.
Thank you, Peggy.
You know, why don't y'all go home and, you know, visit with your families and stuff, and then, you know, come on back tomorrow, and we can talk, maybe grab, you know, lunch here or something like that. You know, go and go shopping tomorrow morning or something. It's been a while since you've had free time. Usually after that first excursion, you would have had a couple of days off, and you haven't really had that. So, I'll see you to make sure to turn all y'all stuff in before you leave to bits and bobs and all that good stuff. And
what should we do with her? And he's gonna nod at Lurelia.
Well, I prefer if she was with, you know, you all this evening, since y'all know her best. We don't want her, you know, the bad parts of Draketh. It's not exactly safe all the time, so we don't want her wandering down the wrong road and then getting murked, and then we lose our connection to the High Minds, the people who are systematically controlling every aspect of our lives.
I can
That's
take her.
fair.
I can take her to the temple. She'll be safe there.
Okay, great, super, that's wonderful. Or whoever, I mean, Tully, if you want to take her upstairs and like meet your pops or something, that's cool. Yeah. And then you see Peggy kind of like wave, and it's like a bad wave. Like she tries to wave and it just doesn't go well, and then she sort of squelches her way up the stairs and into her office.
Not even gonna take a shower?
Open pee.
She like pissed herself.
Yeah, that's what she
Is there a
did,
shower
probably.
in her office? Okay.
Maybe.
Elsen's gonna look around the room and see if there's like any sort of like either a blanket or a coat or any sort of object that they can cover Lurelia with so that she doesn't stand out as much while they're walking through Draketh. Can
Gotcha.
he make that sort? Can he search in the room for something like that?
Yeah, but you don't need to roll. You look around, and yeah, there's plenty of stuff down here that while people were setting up these defenses, that they just, they got busy and left their jacket or something, and you find like a light purple, like trench coat style sort of a thing for her to wear.
He picks
Good
it up.
call.
He kind of looks at it. This should be your size, and he's gonna throw it to her. Put it
Oh,
on. We
great.
don't want you to stand out.
Okay, this is not quite. It's not exactly my color, but, and she puts it on.
One step at a time. All right.
Actually, we should probably get her some new clothes if she's gonna stay in Draketh with us
We can figure that out maybe when we're shopping.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we can pick some up in the morning.
This'll at least get her through the night.
Do you all want to go hand in your scrap real quick?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Um,
I didn't get. I was gonna kind of ask Peggy this, but like, with this stuff being like stuff nobody's seen before, or we just hand it into bits and bobs, like.
Yeah. You hear Peggy's voice call down from her office, and like, you might be wondering about the efficacy of handing these things over to bits and bobs, but it's completely okay, and go ahead and feel free to do that. All right, y'all, bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a nice
Oh, yeah.
shower.
Please.
go hand it
I
in
hope
then.
you shower.
What an extremely timely thing for Peggy to say. It's crazy.
All right, gang.
I meant to, but we were flirting with our eyes, so I think it's asking.
You all head over to Bits and Bobs and hand in. It's four. For my notes, I have it down as 4 containment capsules worth of stuff. So half of your total that you could have collected theoretically. The arc node, as like maybe one of you goes to like slide that across to Bits and Bob's Lurelia, says, "No, please don't give that up. We might need that. It's an incredibly powerful piece of technology."
Okay.
Well, we wouldn't be able to open it if it's in a containment capsule.
It's not in one.
Oh, it's not in one. Okay.
Oh,
No.
okay. All right.
Elsen pocketed that.
All right.
Sneaky little Elsen.
Elsen will keep it in his pocket then.
Bits and Bobs take the containment capsules through the window, and they both are speechless.
That's a first.
You always seem
Well,
to
it
have
gives,
so
like,
much
a
to
little,
say,
like-
gentlemen.
They just
Are we okay?
look at each other, and then they look at all of you, and then they look at the capsules, and then they like sit the first one down, and they pick up the second one, and their eyes get even bigger, and then they like bump into each other, and they like are just looking through that, and you see them crying. They're crying.
Wow.
Can I do an insight check to try to see like why
Keeping
they're
their
crying?
eyes.
Oh sure, anybody who wants to, you can make an insight check. DC 2.
Oh.
Oh, well, it's a 5, so.
If anybody else would like to make that same roll, you are more than welcome to do so.
6.
You don't have to, but you're welcome to.
16.
With those rolls, both of you, you've never seen them this happy before. They are over the moon, excited, happy. They just have never seen technology this, like, it's damaged, but it's clean, and it's precise, and it's at a level of quality that they have never experienced. And they're both just like weeping.
Are you gentlemen okay?
Just, if you would, just please come back tomorrow, and we'll tell you how many punches you get next, I guess. I don't really know.
Sweet. What if this tech is so amazing? We get 35 punches and then we can buy the knife gun.
No, you never have the knife gun. And they both just like, you see them jump up on the counter and pull like one of those metallic
Wait.
like curtains down,
Well,
Don't close.
seems
Wait,
like
I have
they
a
need their
question.
privacy right now.
I
and
know,
you
but I
just
have a
hear
question.
them. You hear them wailing from behind it.
Oh.
Sorry, Mango, you were gonna ask.
Oh, I was just gonna say, hey, so in 2 separate capsules, there is one half and another half of a little buddy. What is the probability that maybe you guys can like fix him and rebuild him?
No, we're gonna tear this shit apart. But we'll try to make like a plan, and you can like build one yourself. We guess probably.
Better than nothing.
Okay. Good luck.
And the curtain closes all the way.
Well, I guess we don't know how many punches we have until tomorrow.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, and probably somewhat a little bit out of order in terms of like timeline, but in a way that I'm okay with, we have sort of like individual scenes for each one of you.
Okay.
So we might be jumping around in time a little bit here, and that's okay. But whoever would like to sort of do their individual scene first, and then, you know, if folks want to go like, you know, use the bathroom or get a snacky snack while people are doing their individual scenes, you're more than welcome to do so. If you've recently hurt your collar or your tailbone and you want to stand up and stretch or something, like just a random suggestion, I don't know. So would anybody like to volunteer to go first with their individual scene?
I'm good with if you had like a specific order that you wanted to go in narratively.
DM's choice. Yeah. Give us the narrative scoop.
Yeah. Let's go. I mean, let's go Tully. Let's go Tully
Okay.
first. He's the first on my list. So as I queue up another sound bite here. One moment. There we go. Ooh, that took a second. Okay, yeah. So Tully, you, of course, your apartment where you and your father live is basically connected to the Scrapnik headquarters, and so you just head upstairs. Lurelia, as you begin to head up the stairs in that direction, says, "Oh, I was wondering, just based on your background, you know, being sort of a tech kind of person, I wondered if maybe if you would be willing to invite me to your home. I know that's sort of an imposition, but I have nowhere else to go."
No. I think that would be great. My father was also a scraptic. If you're okay with me letting him in on what who you are, he would probably have some interesting questions for you.
Yes, of course. At this point, I don't know that I have the right to keep anything hidden, if I'm being honest. So I'm more than happy to answer any questions that he would have, and I would be fascinated to hear about his experience and all of the, you know, things that he's had to deal with in his life. So
Sure. Well, please. We should have some food we can make up too while we're there. Come with me.
Wonderful.
Okay. He leads her up the stairs to
Absolutely.
the little apartment.
As you arrive, kind of slot your key into the door and open the front door of the apartment. That door swings open, and you see your father leaning against the windows at the far end of the living room. There's light filtering in through these slatted blinds, casting these like slanting beams of light across the room. It kind of catches little motes of dust that almost seem to like kind of glitter in the air. You see that helper bot EJ wheeling in a small circuit just off of the rug that covers the living room, stone floors. Just in a little circle, he's just kind of going around and around and around as your father stares out the far window. But when the door opens, when he hears that startle of noise, you see Reuben turn, and when he sees you, Tully, it's like the weight of the world just lifts off of his shoulders. Oh, Tully.
My dad.
Oh, thank goodness. And he kind of like quickly, with that cane, with the grabber feet on the bottom of it, kind of does his best to quickly make his way over toward you. And when he gets close, just one arm pulls you into a big hug, and just like noogies your head a little bit, and says, oh, I was so worried, son.
Sorry, Dad. We didn't even know we were gone that long until we got back. Lots happened.
Oh, tell me. And he kind of leans a little around your shoulder and sees Lurelia and says, Tully, is this someone I should know about?
Tully kind of he like kind of wipes a little. He, seeing he's really soft with his dad, so like
Yeah.
seeing his dad emotional, he kind of like wipes a little. He's like, this is a new friend. This is Lurelia. Lurelia, this is my dad, Reuben.
Hello? And he sort of extends his offhand to Lurelia as his main hand holds onto the cane, and Lurelia steps around you just a little and takes his hand and shakes it and says, "And an honor to meet you, sir. Your son is a great scraptic, I think is the word. Is that correct? Did I use that correctly?
Scraptic, yes. Yeah, you did.
Okay, great. Yes, he's a good scraptic and a crack shot as well. And knows someone who can, I guess, teleport people hundreds of miles. So that was cool.
Totally like, that one may not have been intentional.
That one's. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't. And she just kind of looks panicked for a second, and you see your dad kind of look at you, Tully, and be like, "What is she talking about?" And then look over at her and say, "Yeah, I'm very proud of my son. He works hard, and he's a good artificer, and has been here at the headquarters for the Draketh South group for many years, and recently," and he kind of like puffs his chest a little bit when he says this next thing and says, recently became a team lead for one of the excursion parties, so taking after his old man, and he kind of elbows you a little.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah, my father is a legend here in Draketh. Everything I know, I've learned from him.
Oh, wow. A dynasty, you might say. Incredible. So that's wonderful to hear. So, Reuben, I'm, like your son said, my name's Lurelia. I'm a member of the High Minds, the group that controls everything about Avved. And Reuben looks at her, and then looks at you, and then looks back at her, and says, I fucking knew it. I knew it the whole time. I have been calling this shit for years. I knew it. I knew someone was in charge of like everything that's been happening. I told you, Tully, I told you all those times that this was exactly what, right? I didn't know like the names or like where they were, but I told you, didn't I?
You did. I wouldn't have believed it until I saw it.
Oh, Dad, there's no way. There's a massive, region-spanning conspiracy to control everything about the way. Stupid Dad. And now, who's been right the whole time? Old Reuben. Reuben, the correct one. Why don't you Reuben that in your face, Tully?
I never didn't believe you. I just, I like to see a little proof.
Now, proof right up in here. It's like a steel trap. Oh, it's right up in there. I knew it the whole. And he just like pulls, like you see him pull Lurelia onto one of the kitchen bar stools and just begins volleying questions to her about, everything about like what the high minds are like and what she does and just like everything that he possibly can.
Well, he gives her like a little like apologetic like smile. It's like, do you want something to drink? You might be here for a second.
Yeah. Oh gosh. If you like some rose tea would be wonderful.
We have mead.
Great.
Okay, so Tully, while Ruben is hurling questions at her, Tully's kind of grabbing some drinks and checking on EJ to see if EJ's okay.
As you go over to EJ, he has stopped circuiting, like he stopped going around and around in that little circle area, and is instead just like examining, and you can tell he's like doing some kind of scan on Ruben and you and also Lurelia, and you see like Ruben's biometric stuff like pop up on his screen, and you see that his like blood pressure and heart rate are both elevated as he's talking to Lurelia. But it's nothing dangerous. It's just high. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I'll Tully will kind of scoop up EJ and bring them over to the counter and then get some meat and join them and sit with them.
Should I make oatmeal?
We don't need any oatmeal right now, friend.
Its antioxidant properties can aid in heart health long term. Are you sure?
I think we're gonna celebrate a little bit tonight. Get him on double oatmeal tomorrow.
Double oatmeal. Confirmed for tomorrow. Blueberry morning. Brown sugar evening. Not real brown sugar. No access. Sugar.
Sugar, you could just kind of bake it a little bit.
As you return with these mugs of mead over to the table, the kitchen table, you hear your father say, "Oh, so the device is called a sheath. Interesting, huh? Wonder how many more things it can do, Tully. Now that we've got the one who knows everything about it, huh? Let's see that, huh? You got that thing with you, Tully?"
No, I believe Rayne has it, Dad.
Okay, well, the next time you're here, we're gonna sit down and Dad's gonna bust out the old wrench and screwdriver, and we're gonna get in there and start poking and prodding around till we figure out how that thing works. So, get ready for that.
I actually something I wanted to bring up with you. So we broke the news of Lurelia and being in the vault and everything to Peggy, and Peggy's doesn't seem like she's handling it that well. I was wondering if maybe when we go down to the guild in the morning, if you wanted to go with us, Dad. Maybe she could use a little advice from a pro.
I will think about it. My hip, and he kind of like punches his own hip a little and says, Peggy's a pro. Fine. I'll go with you. It's fine. I'll make the trek and the trip and all that. Yeah, sure. But I think she'll be okay, son. I mean, she's Peggy. She, you know.
Maybe I could just let her know to come up and talk to you if she needs to, but just thought that maybe you'd have some extra insight that could help her out.
Absolutely. I mean, she is knowledgeable. I will give you that. We've had a lot of chats since you've been gone. So, yeah, absolutely.
Did she come up here and check on you?
Yep. Just to check on me.
Can I insight check?
Sure can. You're gonna roll against his deception, and he's your dad.
Oh my god.
So
I'm so mad I'm not there to help.
I am your father.
she got he got a 13 plus 5, 18.
I got a 15.
Ah, damn it.
Seems like it was just a chat.
Oh, very thankful for her. She's always been good about that. I'm glad that she came up to check on you.
Yeah, it's I'm glad that she's so flexible in her schedule. So
she's so busy. I can't believe she was able to fit you in.
right, it's tough. But when you're of a certain age, you find ways. So
yeah, that's cool. I'm glad she was here. I'm sure you were worried, and she seemed like she was taking it real hard. So maybe you helped her with her taking it hard.
certainly helped to soften soften the blow, not blow. Anyway, Lurelia, meteorology. And we are changing scenes.
How are any of us supposed to follow that up? Jesus Christ.
What do you? I don't know what you mean.
That was.
We were just talking about our boss, consoling my father. I don't know what anyone's...
Yeah.
Right.
Something,
Right.
like, I don't know what you... Are you guys okay? You guys good?
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Oh,
Okay,
of course.
We are moving right along, everybody, to Rayne. We are going over to Rayne's house. Once more, as I cue up some new music. Rayne's house. In the middle of Rayne's house. So Rayne, as you head out from the Draketh South Scraptic headquarters, you pass by the crowd, which is now dispersing. Anthony Green and Alara at some point seem to have told the crowd to kind of back off, and they themselves are actually back inside of the main hall. You saw Alara very briefly before you started to head home. But you find yourself back at your house. As you step in through the front door, you see Ash sitting inside of the dinner table, working on her latest project, this intricately woven blanket. The blanket is beautiful, even though it isn't quite finished yet. But you see embroidered water lilies adorning the soft blue oasis in the middle of the fabric. Just like immediately that when it's done, this piece is going to be stunning. As soon as she sees you, Ash just like jumps up from the table and like grabs your wrist and like pulls you inside and closes the door, and then like gets you into a big hug, much like Tully's dad had done with him.
Yeah, Rayne's gonna be the same way. She's gonna be like, Ash, and just run into her arms and give her a big hug. Oh my gosh. I know for me, I really only thought it was gone for a few days, but I'm just so happy to see you.
Yeah. Oh, Rayne, we've been so worried. Oh my goodness, your scales look scorched, Rayne. Have you been keeping them covered? Come and sit down. I'll get the ointment. And she like leads you over to the table in a chair and sits you down.
Gosh, I don't even know where to start. I've been through so much, and I mean, haven't even talked to you guys since I went on my first mission, have I? And I had to fight Ilara. Did you know that? Did she tell you about that? That was crazy. I can't believe it. I basically almost died. Thank God it was just a simulation. And then we were
She,
stuck in this cave.
as you're going through this, and I'll shut up here in just a second, I promise, she like goes over to a little hutch and pulls out a jar of this like peach colored ointment. And as you're talking, she is like lifting your scales on your head and ears and like pulling little bits of sand out of them, and then like massaging this ointment into your scales.
Oh, thank you so much. That feels so nice. Yeah, I didn't even know we were gone for so long this past trip. It really just felt like a few days to me, but I guess we had these TikToks covering us and they were like sapping our strength, and I just completely lost track of time, and I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you guys worry. I hope everything's been okay back here.
Rayne, it's the nature of being a skeptic sometimes. You're not always going to get home when you think you will, and we were worried, but your sister, she had faith the whole way through that you would take care of everything and you would get home safe. So I'm just so relieved to see you.
I'm so happy to be home. Do you guys have any food? I'm so hungry.
Absolutely, I have some kebabs from last night. One sec. Do you want to? And she just kind of hands you the little jar of ointment, and then like goes into like a hot box, not like that, a hot box of like keeps food warm kind of a thing, like a food warmer, and pulls out a couple of skewers, like some kebabs, and brings them over to you and hands them to you, and then takes a little tin of ointment back and continues to like kind of take care of you and sort of groom you a little bit, right?
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Is Alara coming home tonight?
Yeah, I would imagine that now that you're back, she'll probably be home sometime soon, but I suppose we'll see.
Yeah, we did make eye contact in the
Good.
skepticals, so I hope she comes back, because I have so much I want to tell you guys.
Absolutely. Now, before she gets here, though, she kind of like comes around the chair a little bit and looks at you just like dead in your eyes and says, have you been wearing your hood when you've been out in the desert? Because your scales are scorched. You know that you are an albino, Rayne. You must take care of your scales.
Yeah, I know. I've tried, but it's not always easy, and I need to try as hard as I can and just be outside, and sometimes I have to push myself a little too hard, I guess.
I understand, but you must try better scaling, okay? You have a hood for a reason. Please wear it. And she just goes back to like, again, just sort of grooming you. A little time passes, you continue to chit-chat, and you hear some heavy, like, thumping steps coming toward the house, and you already know this is Alara just from, like, the cadence and, like, the weight of the steps. And that front door, like, bursts open, and you hear Alara before you see her just say, or hear her say, Rayne! Is she here?
I'll just pop up out of my chair, sissy! And I run over, and I give her a big hug as well.
That halberd that she uses as a weapon clings to the ground, and she like fully lifts you off the ground as you like start to hug her, and she says, "Oh, my sister, thank goodness you are home."
Yes, it's good to be back. I know. I have so many questions, and not maybe some answers for you, but more questions really. But I was gone, and how much do you know? I mean, you've been scrapbooking for a while, but I feel like this is all new information that I've learned recently.
Alara just nods and almost like brushes past everything you've said in a way. Like, she's so focused on like you being here and her being relieved that she's like almost not taking what you're saying like in a way. And she just says like, we didn't know where you were, and I thought I was sure that you would be okay, and I'm just so relieved that you're here, and I just, and she like squeezes you like really, really hard this time. Like the hug is almost to the point of being painful at this point.
I think you can let go a little bit now.
And that grip tightens even one more time. And I want to ask you this question as the DM to your character. In this moment, what is Rayne like experiencing, like emotionally?
I think she's maybe a bit taken back of how much it seems like Alara missed her. But also they are very close, but it was like, oh wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
So like surprised, you would say.
A little bit.
Okay. Well, unfortunately for a wild magic sorcerer like you, sudden bursts like this have consequences. We haven't really talked like a lot about the magic that Rayne uses. But if everybody remembers from way back during our very first session, I know it's been a while, but Rayne got her power, as you told us, from a spirit of the oasis in Fulguros, which is her hometown. It's kind of in the southeastern regions of Avved. And this magic that she was given is wild. It isn't something that like she's not a wizard where she studied spells. It was given to her as like not an inborn affinity for it, but like a gift of magic in a way, right? And it hasn't, maybe since you first got it, ever burst out of you, but in this moment you experience in 5e D&D what we call a wild magic surge. And what I need you to do is you are going to roll a D100 and a D10. That's going to give us a tens digit and a single digit. And we are going to find out what wild magical effect is going to happen as a result.
Oh my god.
Where is the 100?
Oh, for us, actually, we can just do 2 D10s. And let's do them one at a time. We'll do the first one as your tens digit, and then the second one will be your singles digit. How this will work, by the way, for if you were to get a 100, what you would need is a 10 and then a 0. Or 2 10s, basically.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So here we go. What is our tens digit? Okay, something in the 20s. Okay, and then give us our single digit.
$25.
Oh, very fun.
I thought of something better than 24.
What is it?
25.
So in this moment, Rayne, as this like surprise kind of surprises you really, an eye appears in the middle of your forehead.
My third eye is opening.
And your third eye opens.
No fucking way. Is that permanent?
Alara looks down and says, "Oh, what happened to you out there?"
What? What's going on? I mean, do I feel it?
Oh, 100%. She pokes you in the eye. And it hurts.
Wait.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh my god.
Did you get like...
What the heck? What's going on?
You have like a parasite? Do we need to go to a doctor? What's happening? I don't know. This is so weird.
Is it still there?
It's still there.
Okay, well, I don't know what this is from, but it definitely wasn't from when I was gone, I don't think. I mean, unless the Saruks did experimental surgery on me and I just didn't know.
It wasn't there a second ago when I looked down, and then it was there, and then you just had an eye. There was an eye. There's an eye in your forehead. You have a third eye. What's happening? I don't know what's happening. I hit things with the spear thing. I don't know what this is.
Ash, are you? Ash, what's going on? Do you know anything?
And then the eye closes and disappears. Because that effect only lasts for a minute.
Okay, it's gone.
It's gone? What do you... How? But can you make it come back? How did you do that?
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Okay, go.
Is it there again?
You gotta try harder. Try harder.
Okay, I'm trying so hard.
Try hard. Ash, what is she supposed to do? And Ash is like, oh no, what is that? What do you mean? And Alara's like, is it like, do we need to like cut it open? Does it need to be exposed to air? Do we need eye
No,
drops?
please.
What's happening?
No blades near my face, please.
And this like just continues on for like the rest of the night. It doesn't come back, that eye doesn't reappear or anything. But what this means is that really from here on out, anytime that you cast a level 1 spell or higher, not a cantrip, so anything above a cantrip, I can make you roll a d20, and if you get a 1 on the d20, a natural failure, a nat 1, then I can make you roll on the wild surge table.
Ooh.
The wild surge table.
The wild surge table is the thing we just rolled on for all 100 possible things that can happen. Everything from you accidentally casting fireball out of nowhere to turning into a potted plant for a while, or growing several inches, or turning blue. The wild magic surge table is truly crazy, and we're gonna have some fun going here on out. Anytime that you cast anything over level 1.
I had a friend
Great.
in another game that we played. She rolled on the magic surge table, and she permanently grew 3 extra digits on each of her hands forever.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my
It was-
God.
Incredible.
That was fun.
So that's kind of the end of that scene. I hope that's okay.
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
God. Wait, okay. So anytime for the rest of ever.
If you roll a nat 1.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so if you cast anything that's a level 1 spell or higher, I can choose, I don't have to, but I can choose to make
Okay.
you roll a d20. If you get a 1 on that d20, if you get a natural failure, then you automatically will roll on the wild surge table.
Awesome.
Yep.
Wild magic, baby!
And
Wild
if you use
magic.
your
So
Tides
cool.
of Chaos ability, which gives you advantage on like 1 roll for every long rest,
Yes.
if you use that, I can immediately have you roll on the wild magic surge table if I so
Oh,
choose.
awesome. Sounds fun. I'm excited.
Things are gonna get a lot more unpredictable, let's say.
Hell
Love
yeah.
it.
Chaos. Let's go.
Question
Yes, ma'am.
before we continue: are we going to go over also what each character like leveled up, like the new? Okay, cool.
100%. So we're gonna do these little
I'm curious.
individual scenes, and then we're gonna go shopping. And during our shopping spree is when we're gonna talk level ups, and everything else that has happened since you guys jumped from level 2 to level 4.
Woo!
Nice.
So let's do these next 2 individual scenes, and then do a bio break, and then we'll come back and finish up with level up and shopping. Sound good?
Sounds fantastical.
Yeah.
Sounds
Amazing.
good.
Okay. So going on to Aerie's house.
Yay!
Going on to Aerie's house again once more as I queue up even more music here in just a moment.
We each have a theme song. Aw.
You
I
sure do.
know.
Okay, so this is definitely one where like Lurelia sort of caught up with you as you were leaving the Scraptic headquarters, Aerie. Maybe you got caught up talking to Anthony Green as he came back inside from dispersing the crowd, and weren't quite leaving to head home until maybe when Lurelia was done talking to Tully and Ruben. And Lurelia just says, I wondered if maybe you could show me a bit of the city as you head back to your home.
Sure. That sounds like a fun time.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Again, I feel bad some sort of imposing on people, but I have nothing else to do in the meantime, and it would be nice to sort of see the world that's out here. So thank you.
Yeah, totally. And you'll love my house. Are you planning on like coming in or anything? We always have some such like really great food.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Tully and his father gave me some delicious a honey drink, I think is what they called it, or something like that. And it would be great to have something solid because they didn't have. He just kept pouring beverages. His dad did, I should say.
Ah, it sounds like you've had some delicious mead.
Yeah, and it's fun because the world seems like it's sparkling.
That's always a fun time. That's a great effect of having some great mead.
So as you head off you make your way toward the west side of the city. As you walk with Lurelia, the streets, you notice that the sash houses, not stash, but sash houses, dwindle in number, and the homes replace them, growing in their quality as you approach your family's estate. To you, of course, this is all perfectly normal, but for anybody else that's with her, including Lurelia, your home is quite palatial. Those 10-foot tall grand entrance doors greet you at the top of the subtly spiraling entrance stairs, and as you walk in through the doors, the normal hustle and bustle of the house seems to be absent. It's long past.
Mom, Dad, I'm home.
It's long past the time when your mother and father would have gone to the market. And usually the hired hands of the house at this point would be cleaning and perfuming the rooms and preparing the home for their return and the evening. But as you call out their names, as you call out mom and dad, you see Tavox, a blue dragonborn, standing at attention just to the right of the doors. He kind of walks in from a side room and seemed startled by this call, but upon seeing you, of course, he relaxes and approaches you with an air of servitude and grace, and he calls your name through the house, announcing your return.
Okay, so I know who this person, who this
Yes.
dragonborn is.
He is like the family's head butler.
And what's his name?
Tavox.
Tavox, buddy. Do you know where mom and dad are?
Of course, I believe that they are in the gardens back behind the home currently. I will send one of the attendants immediately to go get them. They will be so relieved that you're home. But Lady Aerie, are you okay? How was your excursion? We haven't heard hide nor hair of you in many weeks, and you've brought a friend, I believe.
Yes. Please meet my new friend Lurelia. Treat her as if she was she's my guest. I was gonna say treat her like she's my sister, but that's stretching. Like that's reaching. Do we have any food prepared? I am very famished.
Yes, of course. And you see him withdraw like a small bell from his like vest, and he rings it, and you hear footsteps like off in the distance of the house, like begin to like make noise and are on their like heading your way, basically. Presumably someone with a tray of food. Tavox, meanwhile, is after he does that, bows just like bing for Lurelia. Just like perpendicular, man. Lurelia, it is my deepest honor to have met your acquaintance with, and of course your accompanying of Lady Aerie is most appreciated, and thank you for ensuring her safe return to our home. And then he comes back to attention, basically.
What
And
food is there?
Lurelia says, not not exactly. More the opposite, kind of, in a way. And she sort of looks at you, Aerie. It was more of Aerie making sure that I didn't die, but you're welcome. And by this point, an attendant has like come in with a tray of like small sandwiches.
Yay. Please help yourself. And Aerie's just gonna go sit down somewhere. I don't actually know the layout of my own house. But sit down somewhere, take off my shoes, kick up my feet, and just start eating some sandwiches because she is famished.
For sure. Let's say that side room that Tavox came out of is like a sitting room kind of a thing. And Lurelia follows you in, and a few moments pass, and then you hear your dad, like from the other side of the house, like, Aerie, where is my daughter? And you hear the voice echoing. You hear your mother, Aerie, where is she? Where is my daughter? Where? And like these voices are just like cascading through the house and just like growing in volume until finally your very rarely not put together parents appear in the doorway disheveled. Like they are just drenched in sweat and their clothes are askew and your mother's makeup is smeared and your dad's like horns are not polished like they usually are, and they both just look at you like the most beautiful mirage they have ever seen.
What were you guys doing in the garden where your clothes are disheveled?
We ran through the house. It wasn't anything untoward. Aerie, and they both like walk over to you and they both immediately, once more, this is becoming a theme, they pull you into a big hug. We got a lot of positive familial relationships here, everybody.
How lovely.
Just, like, I know, right?
Very high fantasy.
Exactly.
Pull you into a big hug, and your mom just like smooths your hair and just like rubs on one of your horns, and your father just like squeezes you so tight in a big hug, and they both release you and then start to ask you a million questions. Like they haven't even noticed Lurelia. They are so focused on you. They have like no conception that there's another person in this room.
Mom, Dad, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. But if you want to ask me questions one at a time, then I'd be more than happy to like give you the details that you want.
Okay.
I'm in one piece. I didn't come back with a hole in my shoulder this time. I did, however, come back with a friend.
Your mother points at your shoulder and says, "No, Aerie, your armor is damaged again, and you have dried blood. You have clearly taken some damage there."
Okay, but it's not like as bad as the whole. But have you met my new friend?
And they both like look over at Lurelia, and your mom like looks back at you, and your dad is still staring at Lurelia, and your mom looks back at you, and your dad's still staring at Lurelia, and they're like, your mom just turns back to you and says, "I'm just so relieved that you're back and that you're okay. And I've just been so Aerie, I love you, but I need to demand that before you go on another excursion that you come and tell us what it is you're going to be doing and how long you're going to be away. 3 weeks is far too long for an adventure like this. It's not all right."
Okay, to be fair though, Mom, I didn't know how long we were going to be gone. It wasn't supposed to take as long as it did. We were actually kind of swarmed by bugs, knocked out, and then kind of kidnapped. But we made it back in one piece. It was a group effort.
Your mom, this beautiful like like market like matriarch that kind of like takes care of everyone at the Paradise Markets, is just speechless. Like she can't form words and just looks at you and just shakes her head. I mean, there's like a mixture of pride and love, of course, and like, but also like, when is this girl gonna learn kind of energy to it a little bit. And just like there's so much layered in that, you can feel like this is, I don't need you to make an insight check for you to pick up on all these things. You're her daughter. Your father looks at Lurelia and says, hello, and you are, and he kind of looks back toward you.
This is my new friend Lurelia. We found her along our adventure, and she kind of helped us uncover some really large secrets that are happening across Avved, or that are affecting Avved.
Really large secrets that are affecting Avved. Are these the kind of things that I should be aware of for market liquidity at the family market? Like what?
No, not necessarily. I don't think that it would actually, affect business in any way, shape, or form. Which reminds me also, I seem to have lost my short sword and will need one, Dad, if we have any spare
You
in the
lost
market.
your short sword.
Mhm.
That's the thing that's what occurs to you right now, Aerie?
I have
Okay.
ADHD, you know this. Don't make me feel bad for it.
I'm sorry. I love you. Okay. So you are a wandering vagrant my daughter brought back, I guess? And Lurelia says, well, not exactly. No. And then she just, tells everything. Unless you want to stop her.
No, I'm fine with her telling everything.
Okay.
I feel like as Aerie, I feel like I would be as open and honest with my parents as I possibly could be, unless told otherwise. Unless told that specifically I can't share something with them.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how this relationship works, the way that it does.
For sure.
Granted, I think that Aerie's mentality, or the way that she communicates, is almost childlike and kind of innocent in nature, even if it is talking about something that isn't.
Gotcha.
Rainbows and sunshine.
Right. So she just spills everything, and I'm not going to go through it in speech because we've done it multiple times so far tonight already. But I mean, Henros, your father, is just agape, and your mother is once more rendered speechless, a state that your mother is not usually in. She's not usually in a state of being speechless, but she is, and this is the second time it's happened so far today. And Henros just looks at Lurelia and says, so you know everything, so have you heard of me? And the Paradise Markets? It's a great establishment here in Draketh, and we would be open to a partnership with your organization. And Lurelia says, she kind of looks over at you like side eye and says, I have heard of you. Yes. And Henros kind of gives a quick nod, says, yes, of course. Well, let me know if there's anything that I myself, Henros Everbright, proprietor and sorcerer for the Paradise Markets, can ever do for you and the people controlling, I guess, every aspect of the world we live in. And he just sits down on a chair and just I think he's done. Your mother kind of gestures to Tavox and says, won't you take our friend to the kitchen and allow her to select a dessert for us to share? And Tavox nods and gestures to Lurelia to lead her toward the kitchen, and she leaves the room very graciously, leaving the three of you alone. And your mother, or your father, excuse me, says, Aerie, I know I'm a businessman and you're a scrapdick, but if my years in the markets have taught me anything, it's to trust a potential ally early, to give them the benefit of the doubt. And if they prove themselves to be untrustworthy, you can always change your stance later. And your mother kind of chimes in and says, be kind. Learn as much as you can, and trust first. Be true to our name. Be ever bright.
Almost sound like those is it considered a prophecy that we heard?
Yeah.
It like sounds similar in nature but isn't at the same time.
Are you saying any of that out loud to your parents?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It was just a thought. Mainly because I don't know if I want to share that yet
Sure.
with them, since that was already a lot for them to take in, but I do know that I will share it with them eventually.
Yeah.
I'm just shoving my mouth full of sandwiches at this point.
For sure. No, if you don't have anything else that you want to say at this time, we can swing over to our last of the individual scenes.
That's perfect. I'll probably, so I'm going to finish up eating and then just go, Mom, Dad, I love you guys so much. I am beat. So if you don't mind, I'm going to take a really nice long hot shower and get to bed.
Yes, I had one of the attendants already run you a bath, and of course, if showers, whatever you want to. We're just so happy you're home.
Me too. And then
all right, and then we are going to swing our way over to Elsen. So much like Lurelia didn't go with Rayne to her house, Lurelia is probably at Aerie's home right now, while Elsen is heading back to his place of residence in Draketh. So Elsen, as you head through the streets and alleys of Draketh, you wind your way toward the southwestern water basin. When you arrive, you see a line of people waiting to fill pitchers and jugs, their daily allotment of water, as guards stand nearby, watching each citizen as they approach, their eyes scanning to make sure that no one fills even a cup more than they need. Across and through the stone pillars, holding aloft the open-air basin's white and blue-patterned roof dome, you see the Chapel of Lathander, your temporary place of residence in Draketh. And I need you to make a perception check.
Ooh.
DC on this is 18.
Oh, Jesus. What is it with me getting these gnarly
But you do have
perception
advantage on this check.
Right. Okay. Let me just double check what my... Okay, it's... I always forget. Alright, so that's a 21. Let's just roll again to see if I crit. Oh, so 21.
There is a smell on the air that is intensely familiar to you, but you can't quite place it.
Can I sense, like, what direction it's coming from?
Coming from the chapel.
Elsen's gonna kind of two-step it, make his way to the chapel.
So the chapel itself is just, I mean, it's really just a building, not a traditional chapel that we think of, or like a temple, right? We tend to think in D&D of temples as being like these huge, like, constructions, almost cathedral-like, but this is a very humble, simple building. I mean, it could be anything. Like, this could have been like a furniture store at some point or something, right? It's just a building with some people who have faith in it. As you enter in through the entrance doors, there's just a simple little reception area with a handful of shoddy chairs set up facing a bare wall, with like a lectern kind of set up on one side. At the back of the main room is a set of stairs that lead up to the hostel, which is where you have been sleeping when you've been in Draketh since you've been here. Open beds for anyone that needs them for as long as they need them. As you do enter in through those doors, you see two people, fellow believers of and followers of Lathander, Brother Tosk, a half-orc, and Sister Quina, a mountain dwarf. Both of them wearing simple robes, simple cleric garb, kind of attending to the main room, setting the chairs up, perhaps getting ready for a service of some kind. And the one thing that you know about Lathander and Avved, like that Elsen knows for sure, that of the other followers of Lathander, as the Morning Lord, in some ways somewhat associated with like kind of being the god of the sun to a certain degree, is that Lathander is not popular in Avved. Because it's hot out here, and people do not like it. And there's a certain amount of like, man, you would kind of expect in like a big settlement like this, that in a typical setting that there would be like many followers that are gathered here, but it's really a very small number. And so Brother Tosk and Sister Quina, as you open the door, they both kind of like jump a little bit, like are startled, because it just doesn't happen very often. And as they see you, they both kind of relax. And then you see them sort of tense up again a little bit. Brother Tosk walks over and gives you sort of a half bow with a gesture of Lathander's faith in your direction, and says, "Hello, Elsen. It's nice to see you once more."
Blessings.
I gotta do the tusks.
Gotta do the tusks.
Right? Gotta do the tusks because he's a half-orc.
Blessings of the morning, brother. Are you all right? You look startled.
Yes, I wasn't sure exactly who was coming in the door. Of course, we're always ready to serve anyone who might seek out our temple and our father's, the Morning Lord's blessing. But I am relieved to see you. I know that you were on an excursion recently, and I've heard word that it took much longer than what you were originally planning.
Yes, much longer. We didn't even realize how long we've been gone. How are you? How's everyone? Are you well?
Sister Quina walks up and does the same gesture and says, "Oh yes, we're quite well. We have been seeing to the chapel's needs as always, though we have had, unfortunately, few visitors these last few weeks. Although," and she kind of looks up at Brother Tosk and looks worried, and then looks back at you and says, "Someone is here to see you, Brother Elsen."
Oh, all right. Where can I find them?
He is waiting up in the first floor of the hostel. I believe he's one of your kin.
Elsen barely, he moves so quickly he almost forgets to acknowledge and thank them both, and does the symbol again before rushing up to the hostel area.
As you round up those stone stairs and get onto the first floor of the hostel, you see the familiar sight of your brother, Deknu, waiting for you, sitting on one of the shoddy mattresses.
Voice. And he immediately just puts his hand to his chest and lowers his head.
"Hello, brother. It's nice to see you once more."
My brother, what are you doing here?
I've made the journey from our pride to check in on your progress. The hour runs long, Elsen. Longer than any hour of ruin before. And I find myself wavering in my belief that you still seek its end.
I have never lost sight of its end. And as he, with those words that Deknu has said, there's almost like a bristling of Elsen.
Sure.
And he has pulled off his cowl at this point to just reveal his mane and the braids along the bottom of his mane that are, you know, the symbol of his house, of his pride. All of them, save for one, all of them, lie dead at my blade. All of them by the will of the Morning Lord himself. I have never wavered, brother. The seeking will reach its end.
You sent back word after each kill you made. And now silence for many months. My brother, have you lost your nerve?
No.
Have you forgotten the face of our father?
No. Never. How could you even insinuate such a thing?
Because I do not believe that you wish to see him felled.
Just because I don't want it to happen doesn't mean that it won't. I took this oath, brother, because I knew only I could fulfill it in the way that honor demands. I will not fail you, and I will not fail our father. You have my word.
I wish that I could say I believe you. But tell me, Elsen, where is he right now? Since you were so committed to your hunt, where is he?
He eludes me, but...
He pulls out a sheaf of paper and throws it at your feet. My agents, men and women from our pride, have spotted him east of Rise. East of Rise, Elsen.
And that is where
nowhere near where you are now.
Brother, I have been trapped for weeks on a mission. There's no way that I could have known that he was this close. But now that I know, I will complete the mission. I will go.
The thing about targets, Elsen, when they're alive, they keep moving. And so must you.
And I
This vacation amongst these people at this temple for this god that you serve. I care not for any of it. I care only for our pride. Do you care for our pride?
Takrir will die, Deknu. I have not lost sight of what he's done.
He gets right up in your face. And those feline, dagger-like teeth are showing as he says, "Then bring an end to this hunt." And he shoulders you and then walks out the door.
As you wish, voice. And Elsen's gonna storm in the other direction, snarling.
And I think there is going to be where we take our bio break.
Oh my god.
I'm gooped and gagged.
Gooped and
Woo!
gagged.
I was wondering when that was gonna come a calling.
Gotta get it.
Before you said East of Rise.
East of Rise.
Okay. All right. Whew. Okay.
And he left you like a sheaf of papers with presumably like scouting reports and, you know, hey, this is where he was.
Then I'll
last.
retcon that scene as he shoulders me and goes out. I snatch the thing and, you know, storm in the other direction.
I got you. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Say 10 minutes for bio break? Yeah?
Yep, I'm going to go lie in agony on the couch.
Okay, so we are going on. It is now the next day, everybody. As I get, once more, I queue up even more music. So the night comes and goes, and we find our group the next morning just outside of the entrance to Draketh's premier trading operation, the Paradise Markets. Now, you've heard a lot about this. You've heard Ross, Everbright talk about it quite a bit. But we are finally here. The entrance to the markets is an elegantly decorated archway, ceramic blues and purples and greens and reds form a mosaic that climbs the archway to the top, where huge cloth streamers float and flap in the breeze. As you step through the archway and past the market's walls, your vision is assaulted by a scene that is by far the most vibrantly colored one in the entirety of Draketh. Stalls go as out of their way, I should say, to one-up the stalls around them. So a deliciously spicy barbecue vendor has adorned her stall's awning with an embroidered dragon. Not to be outdone, the pottery stall next to hers has a huge bowl made of woven reed strapped to the top of its stall structure. Catty corner to those is a tea vendor who has suspended drops of infused water around his stall for the passerby to sample on their way, making his entire stall look as though it's twinkling in the light. Everywhere you turn is something new, something exciting, something you've never seen or heard or smelled or tasted or felt before. So how this will work for all of us, boys and girls, is because the Paradise Markets are ever changing, that means that what you're looking for might be there or it might not be there. So if your character has some type of item that they want to purchase, you're going to need to roll a d20 to see if you can even find a stall that has the stuff you want. For a general vendor with basic supplies like a blacksmith, you only need an 8. For something more exotic, like an artificer who can infuse your weapon or armor with magic of some kind, you'll need a 14. For even rarer goods, you'll need something higher, and we can have that conversation and kind of talk about what that should be. Finding a vendor that offers these items doesn't mean you get that item. It just means that you have a chance to do so. But we can, again, kind of get into it once we sort of go through those rolls. Before you roll, though, for the first time, Tyler Doldrum, if you remember from way back when, this is Peggy's son. He bumps into all of you carrying a bunch of little pouches and says, yeah, so I guess my mom sent these over for you, your payment for your, like, last 2 jobs or whatever. So guess you didn't really have a chance to pick up the pay from the first job since you got busy doing stuff, going around, hanging out, eating burritos or whatever. So wish I could get back out into the field too, just, you know, kind of busy and all that. So
Thank you. Tell your mom we said thanks.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, here you go. And he hands each one of you your pouch, inside of which is 400 gold pieces each.
Damn.
Money, getting paid.
Guys, I think we should go to the Pink Pony Club.
The Pink Pony
I'm
Club.
saying, come to LA. We can go to the Pink Pony Club.
Allah.
But from a role play perspective, Elsen's just going to snatch his pouch and walk ahead, not say anything.
Okay. So
They're not
what
even
we need
saying
to
thank
what
you? Wow.
so what we need to do now is one by one you need to tell me if your character has anything that they are looking for specifically that they want to buy, and then we will come up with a number that you need to roll for investigation to see if you can find a vendor selling that thing. So this is going to be like any kind of equipment or any like personal goods. These are not excursion tools like from Bits and Bobs where you have to turn them back in later, right? You're just buying this with your money, so it's kind of a permanent thing. So does anybody have anything that their character might want to purchase?
Well, we know what Aerie wants to purchase.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A short sword and a crossbow.
So let's
Maybe
go.
a new outfit.
Sure. Let's
Maybe some
go.
polish for my horns.
Oh my god!
Maybe...
If we want to go with a blacksmith, again, that's a fairly basic thing for this kind of an area. So all you need to do is beat an 8 on an investigation roll.
Seven.
Wah.
Do I have? Nope, just a 7. Fuck.
7.
Yeah,
I'm
so
never getting a short sword.
so unfortunately, yeah, I mean,
No.
just like this place is huge, and maybe there is a blacksmith here, but you yourself are not able to find one. Next person, who else would like to try to see if they can find something?
I was gonna do the same thing, actually, looking for a blacksmith to get some armor or spruce up get a bigger sword, something like that.
Okay, great. Go ahead and roll again. You're just trying to beat an 8. If you find a blacksmith, then Aerie will also have access to the blacksmith.
Cool.
Find a blacksmith. Come on, dice.
Come on, dice. 11. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of round a corner through some stalls, and you hear the clanging of this hammer from a little ways away. There's just so much noise here, you can barely hear anything. But you stumble upon this blacksmith, and he, Gesundheit, he greets both of you as you come into a stall, and he says, "What are you buying?
What are you selling?
What are you selling? I'll buy that at a high price."
You got the good roll. You go first.
Looking, what do you have in terms of armor and weapons?
So, for you, Elsen, let's just go with one of those to start. Would you rather look at you're looking for like a great sword?
Let's start with armor, because my greatsword with my divine smite already hits pretty good.
Okay.
But definitely would like to, get some better armor if it exists.
So what do you have right now for armor? Are you
I think
wearing
it's
half plate?
I think
right?
let me double check. I believe it's half plate.
If I nailed that on my first try, I'm gonna be so friggin' proud of myself.
It is plate. It's regular plate.
Oh, not half plate, dang. Okay, so that's giving you, I believe that's 15 for your AC. So we're looking for a 16 AC armor. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo.
I'm back. Okay.
Well done.
Wilds, you inspired me, and I ordered pizza.
That's the fucking stuff.
Heck yeah, man. Okay,
Back to shopping.
You're wearing plate armor right now?
Yeah, I'm wearing plate.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I have it that your AC with full plate armor should be 18.
Yeah, my AC is 18.
Oh, I was looking at Tully. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're looking for 19 but that is my bad.
Yeah, no
We're
worries.
looking for 19 or better. So really at this point, I mean, the standard stuff is not going to do it for you.
Okay.
We're going to have to go with like an armor +1 situation. So
then in that case, what are my weapon options looking like?
Right. So, are you wanting to stick with great sword, or do you want to look at another great weapon?
Potentially. I kind of like the idea of I could go sword, I could go hammer. like a big war hammer,
Okay.
bonk
Or
things
great
really hard.
axe.
Or a great axe.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Let me double check. Let me see again. I'm just checking like standard D&D 5e prices for this stuff. So I want to be as fair as I can be. Okay, so yeah, our typical price for just a regular old great axe is 30 gold pieces. So
Mhm.
he kind of leads you back to a big rack of like weapons, and he has a couple of great axes with like different, finishes and handle shapes and stuff like that, and says, "Yep, either one of these for 30 gold pieces."
And these are just standard great axes.
Standard great axes. Yep.
Okay.
And he says, "Now, if you want me to, take the weapon you got and kind of, zhuzh it up for you, I can do that, but you're going to have to leave it here for a while I work on it."
How much would
And
that
it's
cost?
going to cost. It's going to cost you about 1,000 gold.
Whew! Yeah, well, I can't afford that. Hold on, I'm just looking at great axe. And just comparing it to what I currently have. So mine does 2d6 plus 2. This does 1d12. Add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll.
Big bonus on great axes that it gets cleave.
That's true. All right, yeah, I'll pick up the.
Can you still smite with a great axe?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pick up the great axe then.
Click.
I'll pick up the
Okay.
nicer looking of the two.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's got like this nice ashen wood handle, and like a very brightly silver blade. It's not actually silver, but it's been polished to a high silver kind of a thing.
All right, awesome.
For sure.
I will hand him the gold.
So go ahead and subtract that 30 if you would. Just make sure you're keeping track of how many GP you have left, and then I'll turn temporarily over to Aerie. So Aerie, you've accompanied Elsen to this blacksmith shop. What you looking for? Oh, wink.
I am looking for a short sword. Would you also sell crossbows?
Oh yeah, I might have a couple of things knocking around in the back. But short swords, yeah, I've got a whole barrel of them over here, and he leads you over. Pretty cheap. These are just 10 gold pieces.
They're only 10 gold pieces?
Yep.
Okay. Well, whichever one is the prettiest. Do you have one of those ones that are kind of like squiggly? I don't know the proper term for those, but those always seem fun.
I don't know what you mean by squiggly. My metal's pretty like straight and flat and stuff, so.
Okay, I will take a short sword then, and I'll hand him the 10 gold.
Takes that over, and you now have a short sword.
Yay!
Let's go.
I now have a short sword again.
She's
And
back,
then
ladies and gentlemen.
Back to 2-weapon fighting.
Wait, am I able to carry a crossbow also?
Yes, you can't obviously use them all in the same turn or anything, but yeah. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, I think I've got a couple of those, and leads you over to a table, and there's one crossbow sitting on the table. It's a light crossbow. He's like, I give it to you for 25 gold pieces.
What about the arrows? Where do I get the arrows?
We'll throw in a
Crossbow
a
bolts.
complimentary set of bolts for those. Get you started.
For 25 gold pieces?
Absolutely.
This isn't just gonna like break on me on the first shot, is it?
Hey, I stand by my work. I'm a quality craftsman over here, and I'm an artisan, part of the union. What are you talking about?
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, I'll hand over the 25 gold and pick up a crossbow and the complimentary bolts as well.
And you know what's funny about the bolts is that it's a story convenient number of them. So
What is that?
you got however many bolts you need.
Oh, cool! Yay!
Yeah, because I'm not going to keep track of ammunition in D&D. What am I, a
That's
nerd?
awesome. I'm not either. That's perfect.
Um. Okay.
I imagine looking at armor for myself, since my armor class is also an 18, would be, I would come across the same issue that Claire just had.
Pretty much, yeah. If
Maybe
you
not
want to get an
power.
upgrade off of that, you're gonna have to give him your armor, and then he's gonna take quite a bit of money to do it, and it's gonna be a while.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm done here.
Okay.
Thank you.
He gives you a little nod and kind of waves with his hammer and he kind of gets back to work. Tully or Rayne, what you looking for, if anything?
Well, I had a question
Yep.
that Jazzy inspired me to wonder. Does sunscreen exist in the world of D&D? Or some sort
good
of
question.
ointment to shield me from the sun?
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, let's roll to see if we can find an apothecary. I'll say it's you got to beat a 10.
Oh.
I
Oh
love
my god.
I love the chat inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Chatspiration.
Chadspiration.
Nice
Oh,
roll.
Yeah.
I rolled a
Nice.
14.
Yeah, you kind of weave and kind of windle your way through the market and find yourself like appearing before this booth that has like vines growing up out of the sand to like make its like the pillar it's not pillars, legs, arms, whatever you want to call them, the corners of the booth. And then like the top of it is just like this bed of flowers. It's absolutely beautiful. And this little old lady is standing behind a table in the booth, wearing like a sage green robe, and says, "Oh, hello. How can I help you today? Is there anything you're looking for?"
Hello. Well, yes, as you can maybe probably tell, I'm albino, and so I take quite a bit of damage from the sun. So I was wondering if you had anything that could maybe help protect me from that, or
Oh, interesting. She kind of comes over and like examines your scales and kind of like pokes you and stuff and says, "I think I might have just the thing, actually." And she walks back and brings out this like glass jar with like a dark blue lid and says, "Now this is pretty good. It's going to cover up those scales, but you're going to have to use quite a bit of any scales that are exposed to the sun, and you got to use it every day, or else it won't keep working. Okay, so I'll
how
give it
much?
to you for 30 gold pieces."
That's an investment I'm gonna have to make. I gotta protect my skin. I don't want to get wrinkles, or
No, oh goodness, no. You want to keep those scales looking youthful, looking this, full bodied and beautiful throughout your whole life, and you have to start now.
all right. I'll hand over my 30 gold.
And she hands you that little jar of this ointment, this like stuff inside of it, and you can tell that the jar's lid is blue, and the ointment inside of it is also kind of a pale blue as well, like a sky blue almost.
Nice. Let's go.
Thank
Skin
you.
protection is important.
Skin protection.
It's true.
Sunscreen is important, guys.
Put that
Also, you know
sunscreen
what I'm
on.
just realizing? I'm realizing that we're at a marketplace, and the way that I envision it, none of us have been haggling. Although I'm really bad at haggling, but still.
It's true. None of you have. None of you even tried.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think from a role play perspective, I will say Elsen is not like really concerned with haggling right now.
That's fair.
He's kind of like in his own zone at the moment.
Tully, we're gonna swing over to you. Is there anything that you were looking to purchase?
Tully is very focused on this. Okay. So okay, I don't know armor and stuff for D&D. My armor class is 15. I have scale mail, medium armor.
Yep.
Would there be something readily available that is better than that, or
Yes, so we could get you a set of half plate, which will give you an extra armor class of 1.
okay.
And that will keep you in medium armor. I don't know if you have the proficiency for heavy armor or not.
A dwarf?
I don't
know.
think you do, based on your class.
I don't know if I want to go heavy armor anyway, just for like, I don't think Tully would be a heavy armor girly. So I think I'd rather stay with medium armor anyway. So yeah,
you're only approved for light and medium.
Okay, so is that readily available, or should I roll to see if I can find that?
So we've already found a blacksmith. So you head over with Elsen and Aerie, and you were there the whole time. And just retconning Tully into that scene.
Continuity. It's so great.
And
Tully was like, while that was all going on, Tully was like digging through like just whatever, like kind of focused, like also like kind of has his like tunnel vision of like something that he's working on. So he's kind of like he was kind of digging through while you guys were kind of doing everything.
So you walk over, and there are a couple of those like upper body mannequin things with sets of armor on them, and there is a set of half plate there. And again, just double checking pricing here for our standard D&D stuff. Because I do not know these prices off the top of my head. Who could possibly remember all of them? Oh wow. Half plate armor, unfortunately, Tully, is 750 gold. I did not realize it was so expensive.
Time to try some haggling there, Tully.
If you want to, I'll tell you, getting it to be, just under 50% of the total is going to be pretty tough, though.
Yeah, I have other stuff I want to get to, so like, okay. Do I know the blacksmith, like from living in Draketh, from doing things?
I don't think so, because the market
is available.
the market's constantly turning over, and there are new vendors and stuff all the time. So like, no, I don't think you know him.
Okay. Youth size, this thing is
youth size.
Surely there's a youth size.
Is unhinged. Wild.
I'm sorry, I normally hold it together with when chat pops off, but I wasn't expecting
Absolute
that.
madness.
Jazz is killing it today.
Proud of my wife. Okay, so then I guess no. Tully kind of hears the price and is just like, no, it's okay. Do you have any scrap armor that you guys don't need? Maybe some damaged armor that you're looking to get rid of.
And this is me asking, in the vein of doing what with it?
Part of my level up.
Oh, you don't need to buy
Roleplay.
stuff for that.
I know. Oh, I know. It's more. It's just like he's roaming around like if Elsen is very like detached from like the thing, and like something's going on in their mind. Tully's like also kind of like that, but more of like just laser focused like on like a project.
Sure.
And so it's like that was kind of like where I was going with it. Is like I kind of want to like roam around a little bit and get some pieces for some things.
For sure. So he kind of shrugs and says, I mean, yeah, we've got some like slag metal that we aren't going to use for anything. And he kind of like gestures toward one of the other people working in the booth and mutters something to him. And then a few minutes later, the guy like brings up a literal bucket of like scrap metal and sits it down in front of you. Yeah, these plates just weren't quite right. Not up to snuff for what we usually sell, and just apprentice work, So I mean, we're not going to do anything with it. It's beyond what we can use. So you're welcome to take it. We're just going to chuck it anyway.
Tully picks it up and he kind of like smells it,
Fucking smelling the metal, bro.
And then he kind of he just kind of bites down just a little bit, like somebody would, like
With a gold coin, yeah.
Yeah. He goes and looks like, "This is perfect, thank you." And he immediately rushes out and tries to look for the nearest like junk shop, maybe like a thrift kind of.
The Goodwill of Draketh.
So he's
Okay.
looking for wheels.
Okay.
For wheels.
Make an investigation check, but we're gonna keep it easy. We're gonna say 5.
Okay.
This is like a general store kind of a thing you're looking for.
That would be a 22.
Crushed it. Yeah, immediately. Yeah, you find the Bits and Bob's satellite shop.
The Bits and
And
Bob's
they're-
satellite shop.
Will I get a copyright strike? I don't care. Snap, Crackle, and Pop are there, and can I say that? I think I can.
I think
Yeah.
it's safe.
I
You
think
for
it's
sure
okay.
And so these 3, but you know what? We'll make them gigantic instead of very small. They're all 3 half orcs.
That's even better.
And they all turn around as you walk up to the general store and say, "Hey, what's up? My name's Snap.
My name's Snap.
I'm Crackle. Where's Pop? What's
I
up?"
love it here. I love it here.
Oh, I need 2 wheels.
Yeah, dude.
2 feet tall and skinny. Do you have anything like that?
Hell yeah, absolutely. Fuck, we do. And they start to they turn and start to look for stuff. They bump into each other. And, dude, what the move? I'm trying to help the customer. Stop it. Hey, come on, man. Just get out of my way. And they eventually get find a box, and one of them brings it over and very easily sets it down, even though it's super heavy on the ground in front of you. It says, "Fucking 2-foot wheels. Check that shit out."
Tully picks him up. Smells it.
Smell that shit.
You bite this.
Wonderful.
You gonna
How
taste
much?
it?
How much for
Are you
these?
gonna taste it?
I he can give a little.
Good, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll do I don't know how much how much do you think? Oh no. Snapple, what's up? Do 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
It's like good wheels, so
How about a chair? Do you have a chair?
you want a yeah. Of course we have a chair. Think we're idiots without a chair? And he just lifts the chair that they've been one of them been sitting in and puts it on the ground in front. Chair.
Till he picks it up and he goes to sniff, and then he kind of thinks in his head oh shit, they were just. He's like,
Just sat on that. It's great.
It's great.
Fucking marinated basically, so it's good.
Good
The
ass
smell- he
chair.
didn't- I didn't hit the smell.
Smell the chair, Tully. Smell the
Crack,
chair.
The chair.
Crack's crack has been on that.
Crackles
Don't
crack.
smell
Enjoy
the
it.
chair.
Can I have it if I just smell it?
Yeah, dude, you're fucking freak, bro.
Smell the chair. Smell
This
the
is-
chair.
Get this man some stew.
Oh, God.
That was everything on the shop. So Tully will toss him the 10 gold.
Great, cool, thanks. Please come back.
Thank you.
Can I actually also go to the apothecary? Are we allowed to go to more than one place? Because I feel like Elsen would
You
probably
are
know.
allowed to go to more than one place, but only the places that someone else has gone to. So now we've
Okay.
all rolled once.
Okay,
You're only
gotcha.
allowed to go there.
So,
yes, you can go to the apothecary.
Yeah, well, I was gonna, maybe you can tell me whether or not, because Elsen would want to look for some healing potions or tinctures or anything like that. Would that be at the apothecary?
100%.
Okay. Then Elsen presumably followed behind Rayne when she went.
Absolutely. So yeah, you see this little old lady, about sage green robe. Oh, oh wow, quite tall. How can I help you?
You have anything for healing?
Sure. Are you looking for emotional healing or perhaps some healing of the soul?
I can't
Or are
afford
you
those. I mean physical
Oh,
healing.
okay. All right. Well, health insurance. So,
That's too
great.
real right now.
So, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Oops. Magical potions. Yeah. What were you looking to buy?
Like a potion of healing, potion of greater healing, anything. Like, we don't really have a whole lot of, like, I'm the
Healing
closest thing
available.
we have. I'm the closest thing we have to a
I
healer. So
I tried to get healing spells
We
if
did.
I level up.
100% we did, which we got to get to that here in just a minute.
oh, did you, Rayne?
She tried.
I tried. There
Tried?
weren't any that I could learn.
Oh, shoot.
We
Yeah.
tried to do cleric initiate, but it doesn't give you any healing spells, unfortunately.
Shoot. Yeah, I think I get
Uh,
cure wounds a little later, but I don't have access to it yet. All I have is my lay on hand, so I want to have like some healing potions for the.
Maybe we should all go buy some healing potions.
Yeah, it might be good for everyone
standard-
to have some.
A standard healing potion is 50 gold pieces. A potion of greater healing is 100.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then I will pick up I will pick up 2 just regular potions of healing.
Okay. Anybody else buying healing potions?
Yes.
I will also pick up.
There's a banging.
Wait, so how much does
somewhere?
There's
They're
fireworks. Yeah, there's fireworks going
Oh.
on right outside my apartment. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what to tell
It's
you.
Veterans Day,
It's today?
isn't it?
Or I think
No.
that's
No,
Tuesday.
actually,
Yesterday.
it's next week.
Yeah, it's next
I
week.
think it's on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
Which I
Friday.
did
Woo!
Woo! Friday!
Woo! How
Um,
much does a healing potion heal? Just the normal one.
A normal one heals 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Correct.
And then how much does a greater one?
Oh, I don't remember off the top of my head.
One moment. 4d4 plus 4.
So essentially
Okay.
double.
I'll get 2 regular ones as well.
Okay.
I will also
too.
pick up 2.
Yeah.
Also going to do 2. Okay.
Mhm.
And they were 50 each, and we're not going
50
to try and
each.
haggle this older lady, right?
You're welcome to try.
I don't think Rayne has any.
I don't-
You know what?
don't
I have the
handles
I have the
lore-wise.
charisma. I'll give it a whirl.
If you're so
We just bought
most fun
potions,
you can
so
have with
maybe
those.
she could
Elsen
group discount.
Yeah.
Elsen's gonna look at her. Ma'am, have you ever you seemed a little startled when I walked in.
Oh, yeah. You're so tall and strong. Big,
Yeah.
bulky, kind of a young lad.
Yeah, tall, strong, bulky young lad. Now, I'm a holy man, and you know, in my position, it's important to protect and to serve. And you know, surely someone such as yourself would have some sort of discount for those of us of the cloth and protecting and trying to serve the good people of Draketh.
Wow. Well, I think it's wonderful what you do.
And he's gonna do his. You remember in Shrek? I forget which Shrek it was, but when Puss in Boots did his big eyes and like his
Yeah.
his little ears go down, and he's gonna do that.
Right, but it can't be from looking from below up at her because you'd have to be laying on the ground.
I'm looking
So-
down at her like.
Right. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. She is going to roll against you.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that she gets a +2 to her persuasion roll.
Oh, that's dumb. Wait, hold on. Let me check. What is my?
Is it dumb? She's a little old lady.
Okay, my persuasion's +4. Come on, baby. Dice, you're a very good girl.
Good girl, Dice.
21.
She got a 16 total.
Let's fucking go.
All right, fine. I'll sell them to you. You seem like a good lad for half the price. 2 for 50.
Lathander, bless you.
Yeah,
Is that
sure.
for the group? Or is that just
No.
for...
That's just
We're with him.
We're with him.
We're with him.
That's great. I gotta pay rent.
Could we actually just have Elsen buy all of the healing potions that we want to purchase and just give Elsen the gold?
No,
That's
because
what I would do in real life.
we have a society that we live in.
We live in a society.
Girls gotta make rent. Rent is due.
With that, we're gonna kind of finish up with a few more things, and then I'm gonna get Aunt Peggy to kind of tee up the last bit, and then we gotta be done.
Okay.
Because at some point soon I have to go to bed because I have a 24-hour stream.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
By
Oh,
Toon Wolf.
Everyone should
Yes,
come to you
Cartoon
tomorrow.
Wolf moderator.
Yeah.
Out here like everyone trying to take advantage of an old lady.
So the group of you kind of meet back up after all of this, and you're heading toward a little cafe in one corner of the Paradise Markets, and you stumble across this booth that is just like it's just a table with like no like awning or like anything covering it from the sun, and there's a being of some kind standing there in a black robe, like pitch black robe. And on the table, there's just like a little display box with 4 items in it. And as you approach, this being in this black robe that you can like barely see says, "Welcome to QWERTY's Booth Wonders." Ooh. QWERTY's Booth. Hello.
What kind of wonders you got?
QWERTY's Booth of Wonders, amazing. So how this is going to work is QWERTY's Booth of Wonders is the repository for a lot of random items. How this is going to work is you're all going to roll a d20 here in a moment. The numbers do not correspond to how good or how bad the items are, just to be clear. If 2 of you roll the same number, I will just take 2 numbers that are next to each other and put them in. But there will be 4 items in this booth. Some of these items are going to be really good. Some of them are complete duds. You have no idea which. I will simply describe what the item looks like, or I will tell you what the name of the item is. But outside of that, you have no idea what any of this stuff is. QWERTY is going to be very unhelpful for all of this. But he will, of course, tell you what the prices for them are. So there are no bonuses to this roll whatsoever. I just need you to make a d20 roll, please.
10.
9.
17.
2.
All right. 2, 9, 10, and 17. So the 4 items that you see are a pair of gauntlets that are made of what look to be like golden scales. That's for number 2. QWERTY says, "Ah, yes. The gauntlets of Draketh. Incredible, amazing gauntlets bestowing magical powers upon any who wear them." Ooh. Number 7 is the... I'm sorry. 9, thank you so much. Is what appears to be a cane, a simple cane, made of ivory. Ah, yes. The alabaster aid, bestowing upon its carrier divine power. For 10, a simple bandana with a pattern embroidered on it that looks like a merrily crackling campfire. Ah, a bit more mundane, this one, the campfire bandana. Place it upon your head and experience all of the wonders of a night in the wilderness. And then for 17, to us, these would look a lot like snowshoes, like those really big, they almost look like tennis rackets you put on your feet. But Qwerty says, the sand shoes. Once more, a bit mundane, but able to help any who wear them to walk through the sands unabated. And these 4 items, the Gauntlet of Draketh costs 65 gold. The Alabaster Cane, the Ivory Cane, costs 170 gold. The Campfire Bandana costs 15 gold. And the Sand Shoes cost 20 gold. So again, you have no way of knowing if these things are actually going to do anything. But if you buy it and it turns out to be not one of the duds, it could be pretty good. And I'll read any of that again. Anything that you want me to go over once more, just let me know.
Am I allowed to do an Arcana check?
You can, but I'll tell you straight up that you're going to have to crit. You're going to have to hit a nat 20 to get anything out of any of this.
It's worth a try, I guess.
Worth a shot, right? I mean, why not?
Roll.
Jazzy, you can't be serious. Elsen clomping around in sand shoes. Imagine him stomping away from his brother in sand shoes.
That was a practice.
There's some kind of like field of energy coming off of Qwerty that is just like bamboozling your Arcana sense right now. You're just like, you can't do it. So anybody
can Elsen
65?
sniff?
Is that what?
Can Elsen sniff the shoes?
Absolutely not. Qwerty, as soon as you make a move for it, Qwerty's like,
Holy
no.
sniff the shoes.
No, absolutely. No, stop it.
Can Tully taste any of the...
The gauntlets were 65?
The gauntlets are
65, yes.
65, yes.
Okay, Tully pulls the 65 out. He just looks at these are good.
Oh, yes.
Fancy gloves.
The gauntlets of Draketh, an incredible purchase Tully store in stock. And he takes your gold and then hands you the gauntlets.
Elsen will buy the shoes.
The sand shoes? Okay, great.
That was 20, right?
Yes. Yep, 20 gold. Yes, the sand shoes. Maybe a bit small for you, but sure.
I'll make it.
Anybody else? We have the
the bandana.
We have the alabaster, the alabaster cane and the campfire bandana. Yep.
I'm intrigued by the bandana, and it was only 15.
Only 15.
Okay, I'll buy the bandana.
Yes, the campfire bandana, perfect for those long nights in the wilderness. And he hands that over to you. Up to you. Do you want to? You do not have to buy it. You do not have to buy the ivory cane or anything. It's 170 gold, so it's pretty pricey.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Who rich for my blood?
Okay. Of course, and you see Qwerty like wave a hand over the display box, and the ivory cane disappears, and he says, "I hope to see you back in the markets once more next time." And then the booth and he both disappear.
Okay.
And he's just gone.
Bye, Qwerty.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What?
So, does Tully get to test out his gauntlets?
Yeah, let's go over. So, you got the 3 items that actually do something, everybody. Congratulations. The ivory cane was a bust.
Nice.
I gotta mark really quick which ones you guys got. One moment, please.
Oh, I lied. It was gunshots, y'all. According to the citizen report that I just got.
Sounded like fireworks.
That was a lot of gunshots.
That was, 15 gunshots is what this is telling
Good lord.
Like, really?
Or did somebody report gunshots and it was actually fireworks?
I mean, I guess we'll find out.
They sounded like
Are the
fireworks.
police pulling up outside?
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
So the gauntlets of Draketh. These gloves are made from shimmering golden scales. When worn, the fighter can activate their powers once per long rest to alight their weapon with flame, causing an additional 1d6 fire damage on every hit until the end of combat.
Wow.
You got flaming bullets there, pal.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
The campfire bandana, decorated with a campfire pattern, this dark green and white bandana has both form and function. It gives you +1 to survival checks.
Nice.
Ooh. Make a note of that.
And sand shoes. These aren't particularly special, but they will allow the wearer to move normally in quicksand.
All right.
Ooh.
Not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing
Not
at
bad
all.
at all.
Yeah.
So at this time, the group of you head over to a cafe, and we're going to kind of somewhat quickly go through each one of your level ups and kind of get everybody caught up with where you are now that you are all level 4. So I'm just going to go kind of boom, boom, boom through each character, starting with, let's go with Mango and Aerie.
What do you want me to...
Tell us what subclass you chose when you got to level 3, and then kind of what the special new moves that your character have are.
Yeah. Okay, so my subclass is Battle Master. I have a description of that from Wilds, but I won't read it right now. But it's all about bonking and then being able to like bonk in different ways. It gives me what are they called? Maneuvers. I have 3 maneuvers. One of them is lunging attack. One of them is rally, which is really cool. And then the other is sweeping attack, which is my favorite. So when I hit with a melee weapon, I can expend one of my superiority die to deal damage to another creature that may be right next to that creature. So that I'm really excited about. I also have I chose the Sentinel feat. So
Very
on
good.
opportunity attacks and stuff, I can make it so that they can't move.
Absolutely. And if an enemy attacks one of your friends, and they are within 5 feet of you, then you can hit them for hitting your friend.
I can bonk in many different
You can
ways.
bonk.
So
You got
much
so many ways to
bonking.
bonk. So much
Yes.
bonk. For sure, for sure. And what's your max HP now?
My max HP is now 40.
Love it.
Let's go.
So good.
That is so high. Wow.
Let's go with Rayne. Tell us about your level up suit.
So I don't have a subclass, I guess, but I am a Tides of Chaos.
Let's go.
Is that what it is? No, wild magic. That's what it's called.
Wild magic, correct.
Yes, and I got 2 meta magic spells, and so I can spend sorcery points to allow up to 3 creatures to automatically succeed on the saving throw of a spell you cast. So I can use that and use my AoE spells to not get you guys.
Correct. That's your
Nice.
careful spell
Here.
for meta magic, right?
Yes. And then I also have a
Nice.
quicken spell, which is pretty swag too. And yeah, that's kind of the main points of my level up.
Woo.
Very nice. And how many sorcery points do you get per long rest?
I have 4? Yes, I believe.
4.
4.
Very nice. So got some options there for how you want to spend those, and those get replenished every time that you do a long rest. So
Yes.
not gone, but not forgotten. And then yeah, we learned all about our Tides of Chaos and our Wild Magic Surge earlier today.
Yeah.
Let's go with Elsen next. Also, Odin, I'm getting like a weird, we're getting like a weird, like swishy kind of a sound from your microphone right now, just so you are aware.
I come up.
But Elsen, if you would, Claire, if you'd walk us through.
So Elsen is now a level 4 paladin. At level 3, he took the Oath of Vengeance. So his subclass is an Oath of Vengeance paladin, which, based maybe on some of the conversation y'all overheard earlier, makes sense a little bit for his class, or for him personally. But being a paladin and taking an oath grants you something called Channel Divinity, which is like a charge. I only get 1 per short rest, but I guess 2 per long rest, if you consider it that way, which allows you to channel divine energy to fuel magical effects. So I have something now called Abjure Enemy, which is as an action, I can choose a creature within 60 feet and force them to make a wisdom saving throw. And on a failure, that creature is frightened and its speed is reduced to 0 until it takes damage. On a success, the creature's speed is halved for 1 minute. So either way, there's a benefit to that. And he also gets, there was another one that he gets for that. I think it's a bonus action. Yeah, the Vow of Enmity, which is you can choose a creature you can see within 10 feet of you and gain advantage on attack rolls against it for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 HP. So I could pick an enemy and then just always have, for a long time, have advantage on attack against it, which is a nice perk. Also got a couple. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No. Got a couple new spells along with that, which was included Bane and Hunter's Mark, so I can actually track my enemies now. And as my feat, I took the Alert feat, which means that I cannot be surprised in combat. It gives me a +5 boost to my initiative. And other creatures do not gain advantage on attack rolls against me just because I don't see them.
Ooh.
There you go.
And
I was
my
going to say
max
the,
HP is now 48. 48 is my max.
48. And Soup, what was your max HP now, by the way? I forgot to ask.
24.
Let's
24.
go.
Hey.
Oh.
Squishy spellcasters.
I will be attacking you from back there.
Yeah, totally fair. Spellcasters are
Um,
squishy. That's kind of the nature of it.
Yeah.
I was going to say earlier that Vow of Enmity is kind of like the Hunter's Mark of Paladins.
Yeah,
to a
very
certain
much
degree.
so. Very much so.
Yeah. Tully and I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say I did increase for my feet or whatever. I increased my dexterity so I can have maximum mage armor.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, that'll be
Get some
helpful for you.
extra AC, which is always good.
Yes.
Tully and Odin, would you tell us about your level up? You've got some interesting things coming up.
Yeah. Okay. How's the microphone? Is it okay?
You sound great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So I think it might be a little bit easier for me to do this like in character.
Sure.
So you guys are at everyone's at the cafe, and Tully kind of arrives a little bit later, maybe like 10, 15 minutes behind everyone. And so you see Tully walking up, and behind Tully is a 6 foot tall, like automaton, made with the pieces of armor that you saw Tully biting, and with kind of in like a protective like cage on his chest, one of those sapphires that we had gotten from the first mission. So it's kind of glowing a little bit. It looks a little Iron Man-esque. And so you see Tully kind of walking up, and he's a little, kind of strutting a little bit, getting a little proud of himself. And so he comes up to everyone and he goes, everyone, meet Pascal.
Pascal.
Hello, Pascal.
My defender. And so I took as my subclass, I took is it called Battle Mage or Battle
Battlesmith?
Battlesmith. Thank you. And with Battlesmith, I get a Steel Defender as a new party member with us.
Fuck yeah.
He's he's about, like I said, about 6 feet tall, big, probably built like Elsen in terms of like how wide and everything, but just not quite as tall. Has armor class of 15, speed of 40 feet, and he can melee attack. And so Tully has fashioned a giant hammer on one of his arms as like his melee weapon, and then his other arm is like a maybe like a 4-finger kind of humanoid hand. And yeah, he roams with us now. He is our little buddy. So that's the main. There's not too much else that you get with leveling. You get a fucking robot. So
Elsen just looks at him and looks at you and looks at him and looks at you.
So I also took the sharpshooter feat, which allows me to attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage anymore on ranged weapons, and I ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
You can also optionally on every attack choose to take a -5 to your chance to hit. But if you do hit, you deal an extra 10 damage.
Yes.
So it's a true sniper, like, lower hit chance, but if you do hit, it's mega damage kind of a thing. But that's optional.
Yeah. Yes. As a creature can attune to. Yes. Yeah. You can like attune it to two things too. He's like he's classified as a creature. So yeah.
Like a construct.
Oh, a construct specifically.
Yes.
So does that mean my careful spell would not extend to him?
No, it would. But your careful spell,
I couldn't
have
do
to-
like everyone. I would have to choose one person.
Yeah, it depends because how many people do you get to pick for that?
3. So since there's now 4 other people in the party, I'd have to.
You have to pick and choose.
Okay.
If he's in the if he's in the splash zone of the damage.
Yeah.
So you'll have to be very
maybe
strategic.
Odin wouldn't, or maybe Tully wouldn't be in the splash zone because he's also maybe more
very ranged. Yeah.
That's sort of the idea now. Yeah.
Okay.
And so then, kind of with the hustle and bustle of seeing Pascal for the first time, Pascal's also pulling a cart that Tully fastened with the wheels and the chair to bring Ruben over to go see Peggy.
Aww.
So that was the idea of the little. He built a little cart for Pascal to be able to take Ruben places.
That's adorable. Oh my gosh. So cute.
Is Lurelia there too?
Yeah, I'd say Lurelia has shown up at this point. Yeah.
Okay, so then Lurelia would probably also pick up that Tully added a little diffuser to Pascal, and Pascal has a subtle hint of rose.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
This guy.
That's why he was smelling and tasting everything. Was he was trying to make sure that he could clean the chair and the metal for his dad, so his dad wouldn't get dirty sitting in it. And then he wanted to clean up Pascal and make him smell like rose because he had no idea what rose was because he's lived in the desert. So he read up what it was and kind of made. So Pascal just constantly has a little aroma of rose.
What the F?
Tully is the sweetest man.
He's never had friends. So he's constantly trying to think of like how his friends could be comfortable.
He's the sweetest little horn dog I've ever met in my whole life. That's adorable. Yeah, I think at this point, Lurelia, like, Aunt Peggy has come over, and I mean, do you want Ruben to be there?
I think it would be interesting if you think it would be interesting, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, Lurelia, Aunt Peggy, and Ruben are all at the cafe now. Um, Claire, just so you know, when you watch the VOD,
Mhm.
you can jump to roughly 3 hours and 25 minutes in, or 20 minutes in, and have your heart melted by how sweet Tully is. Just so you know.
Oh,
Um,
I'm so sad I missed it.
but all of them are here, and Peggy says, um, sorry, I lost my place on my notes. Um,
This is still at the cafe.
Still at the cafe.
Okay.
But it's a little quiet here, and there aren't very many people around, so she feels comfortable kind of talking to all of you. And Peggy says, well, okay, now, so I got a chance to talk to Lurelia about some things, and um, now that I'm sort of able to grasp the nature of my existence um, in this world where I live, and thought I had free will and kind of still. No, stop it, Aunt Peggy. You can't do that right now. Okay. So, Lurelia, go. And Lurelia says, so I know that our first venture into the tunnels wasn't exactly successful, and I apologize for that, but I I thought that perhaps what we could do is go to a weather station. Um, I've never been there before, but it's something that my supervisors always mentioned that would eventually be assigned to me. It's detached from the rest of the network of tunnels, part of the field work that people in the high mines do occasionally. And this installation isn't very high profile. It should be fairly safe, I believe. Um, and we can use the arc node to access it when we get there. And I think using it, if we get in there, we might be able to change the weather patterns across the whole region, and maybe make life a little easier to live. So
It's quite a tall
that's
order.
that's what I think that we should do.
Where is this place?
It's just a little south of Rise.
South of Rise. Oh.
She looks at Rayne and says, I believe you have the sheath. Would you mind if I borrowed it for a moment?
Here you go.
And she takes it and kind of like, slides her thumb across it, as you've seen her do, and as you kind of know how to do, to kind of turn it on. And she punches a few of those holographic buttons, and a much smaller version of the holographic map appears. And she kind of like scrolls across it, as we would know to scroll across a screen. And when you eventually see that gigantic mesa that makes up Rise, that all these, homes have been like built into the side of this gigantic rock formation, you see just south of it is a small green triangle. She says that's the marker for where the weather station's located. So that's where we would need to go. I need all of you to make a history check. The DC is 10.
14.
17.
10.
Oh, I should mention that Rayne and Elsen have advantage on this.
Oh, well, let's see if I crit. I do not crit.
I got a 15.
Okay, so I think everybody succeeded then. Yep. Okay. So the area to the south of Rise, this is something that all of you know, is an extremely long, like you can look at the map at the foot of the table, is an extremely long stretch of abandoned buildings called Dustblown. The main section of Dustblown is like way, way, way far to the east. It's near the last tiers, which is like the last vestiges of an ancient river. And these two stretches of buildings are presumably on what used to be the banks of that river, although it's been gone for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Um, it stretches from that last little bit of river water to the east all the way to the Hex nearly. And that stretch is extremely flat and wide open between those sets of buildings. It is also one of the most dangerous parts of Avved because of that reason. It is so wide and so flat and so open that you are just like open season for raiders and for bandits to like rob you. So when caravans travel between Draketh and Fulguros, for instance, they take heavily armed guards with them to protect themselves. So this region, this area that you're going to go to for this, it's dangerous.
Wait, is it in the middle of the river or like on the banks?
It's on the banks. It's in the buildings. I'd say it's
Okay.
probably about here.
But it's just the general area is very sketch. Okay.
Correct.
Question, but
Yeah.
like as Elsen, where is that in relation to where the map he got from his brother says he needs to go?
He was last spotted east of Rise, so it could be anywhere from like here all the way to Dustblown.
Okay, and we point one more time to where we're supposed to be. Okay.
So closer than you currently are, but still a ways.
Still a ways. Okay.
I think it's worth. We can change the weather. We can change life.
I think that it might be the kind of thing that if we make those adjustments, it can make everybody's lives easier.
Yeah, this could change everything. I don't know if we really have a choice but to go.
Now, I know the last time that we because this is owned by the Hive Mind, correct?
The High Minds, yeah.
Okay. So, Hive Mind. The last time we went into one of their facilities, there was a giant daddy of drills that was very difficult for us to even try to get through. Do we know what kind of defenses they have in this area as well?
I have never been there, so I can't speak to it. I'm sorry. I would suggest that we be on our guard, but the fact that it's detached from the rest of the network, I think means that it's probably less fortified, I would guess.
Do you have any understanding of like how large the facility is? Or
I know
does the thing have like a map of the inside of it for when we get in there?
it will probably be able to have one once we get closer to it. But it can't access that at least from here. As far as how large the facility is, it's big enough to house about 15 to 30 workers at a time, but probably not much bigger than that.
Okay. I vote we go, guys.
Seems we have no other choice. And I'm dying to know more about everything.
I think this is sort of the main reason of why we're Scraptics, right? Is to make life better. It'd be a disservice to Draketh and everyone if we didn't try.
Elsen says nothing.
Aunt Peggy says, well, all right, y'all. Get yourselves an ice cream and then get your butts over to Bits and Bob's. Let's go change the weather. And that's where we're going to end for this evening.
Yay! That was a good session.
Awesome.
That was hilarious.
That
That was great.
Geez. Now I need to go. So wait, did Tully made a wheelchair? Who did he make a wheelchair for?
For Ruben.
For who?
For his dad.
For his dad. Okay, that's what I thought might have happened. Oh, that's so sweet. I can't wait to watch that. I'll watch that in the VOD.
There's another little part in there, but I'll let you see.
For sure. Yeah, I'll go and
yeah.
I'll go and watch it while I'm editing this to post. Yeah, that was awesome. Also, damn, Wilds kind of put me. Elsen here is at a bit of an impasse.
100%. Absolutely.
But that'll be fun. That was some fun role play.
Yeah, that was great. I love seeing you guys get more and more into your characters and getting to see you interact with your families and with Peggy and Tyler and Ruben and Lurelia and all those folks. It's great to get to have that happen. That's the best part about playing role-playing games is getting to play your role. So
that's D&D,
thanks for being willing
baby.
to do that.
Oh no, thank you.
A lot of fun.
That was fun to like channel that and pull that out of the ether. Yeah, that was fun. All right, we have another session in like 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
Oh my gosh. Well,
So we won't have to wait long.
Won't have to wait long.
For our new adventure.
We do this session on the eve of Wilds' 24-hour stream, and the next one will be on the eve of my 24-hour stream. So there's lots of 24-hour streams in the future. I know. Sheesh. Wilds, you need to go to bed. So
I do. I'm gonna drop my Extra Life link into chat.
Yes, please do.
Tune, that's a great question. I rarely stream. I only really stream for charity. So I'm doing a 24-hour stream tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern time until 10 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, raising money for Extra Life. I am already at $135 into my $200 goal, so I'm already almost done with my goal for tomorrow.
Wow.
My stream does not end when my goal is reached. I'm doing the 24 hours regardless.
We're going above and beyond, baby.
Above and beyond, baby. But if you are in a financial place where you would want to make a donation, feel free to head to that link and make a dono. If you are not in a financial place, because shit's expensive, yo, that is completely okay. Feel free to just drop on in. All of these lovely people are going to be streaming with me at some point throughout the day tomorrow, playing some fun games. So feel free to stop on by for just the loveliest people in the whole wide world.
See what we look like outside of D&D.
Wow.
Favorite chaos we get into.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be playing all kinds of games. I'm going to start off tomorrow morning with one of my favorite games of all time, which is Oxygen Not Included, because I'm a mega nerd. And then we're going to be playing the new Battlefield Battle Royale game. I'll play some Rocket League. We'll do some Cultist Simulator. We'll do all kinds of stuff tomorrow. It's going to be great. But yes, I am going to very quickly head out. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing tonight.
Thank you, Wilds. It was a good session.
I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Goodbye, y'all. Take care. Good night.
See ya.
All right, chat. Hope you had fun. I know I did. Make sure I close this out. And we outie. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate y'all. Twas a fun session. Thank you so much, everyone, for the raids. I apologize. During D&D, I am not as chatty as I normally am. Obviously, the sessions get take up a lot of my brain power, but I appreciate all of y'all who hung out and enjoyed spending time. I'm very intrigued where things go next for our merry band. On that note, I am gonna raid into self-care. I'm very hungry. I'm very tired. My butt hurts. So thank you all for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow. We're either gonna get back with reveal or we're gonna play some peek. We'll just kind of see where the brain goes. But I appreciate y'all very much. Have a wonderful evening. And as I so often say, be safe, stay sexy. and I love you all very much. I'll see you on the next one. Good night, my friends.